I know a lot of people say this jokingly, but I absolutely 100% mean it from the bottom of my soul when I say, thank God for the new day. Hey everybody, this is pro wrestling gear designer Davenport, and you are about to listen to the greatest podcast that I've ever had the honor of being on. The greatest dudes. I had such a fun time. You are in for a treat. Get ready for the Chronicles of Podcast with Tom and Jamie.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 202nd edition of the Chronicles of Podcast. Welcome to the Chronicles of Jonathan Davenport, or Davenport, as I believe he called himself in the old, follow him on the old socials kind of thing. If you're a wrestling fan, if you're a movie fan, if you're a writing, screenwriting, arty kind of guy or person or them or woman, you are welcome. You're all welcome. Everyone's welcome here. You're going to fucking enjoy this. So yes, Jonathan, massive thank you, mate. Absolute pleasure to have you here. It's been incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Ladies and gents, days and dems, this week we bring you another incredible guest. This week's incredibly talented guest will teach you two things in life. One, follow your passions. And two, 80s cartoons were fucking awesome. This week's guest has worked with Disney princesses, Golden Girls, and even WWE superstars. So don't you dare be sour and clap for the master of story-driven graphic design and feel the power as we bring you the Chronicles of Jonathan Davenport.
Wow, that was so good.
Well, thank you.
That was so good. No joke. That was amazing. I'm glad we recorded, right?
Yes, we definitely recorded that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm making that my outgoing message when people call me from now on. I'm grabbing that. That is mine now. Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's my gift to you,
thanks
sir.
for the donation.
I'm a little bit proud of you right now, mate.
Cheers.
Feels good.
Before we dive into all the deliciously part of everything that you do, how's your Monday been?
Oh Lord. Well, I'll tell you a separate part of the story I didn't tell you before the podcast. I and my wife won't listen to this, so it doesn't matter. I'm driving home. I just dropped my kid off at driver's ed. Now she is a little bit over the flu now, but like she's had these driving courses after school every day, so it's been nonstop for her. I just drop her off. I'm on my way home. I'm like, it's cold here, unseasonably cold in Florida. Like it snowed yesterday. Just crazy.
What the?
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
I'm supposed to know what it is.
Yeah. All but in the afternoon, it's like it's warmer. The heat's beating down on you. If you open the window, you freeze. So you're stuck right in the middle. And the point is I'm getting sleepy. I'm dying of sleep. I'm like, I'm not going to make it home. This is bad. My phone pings and it's my wife, and she's giving us the food menu for the week. Like, oh, tonight we're having, and tomorrow we're having. It's pretty nice. And I saw the thing for tonight, and it's not my fave. So I thought, I'm out alone. Nobody knows where I am. I'm going to pull over and get myself something awesome, something that only I like. I'm gonna fill up on that. And then tonight, like if I'm not that hungry, it's like it'll be fine. But the traffic's really heavy and I'm like veering off course and I'm like sitting in traffic. I'm like, I can't believe I'm getting away with this. Normally I can't. Oh no, I've got the podcast. I had to like veer out of traffic and go around. So all that to say, I haven't eaten, but I'm on time. You know,
we appreciate your sacrifice, sir.
Meet an hour late, but within that hour, I'm on time.
Do you know, I would have understood as well if you'd gone, guys, listen, right? I'm not down for dinner tonight. I've just got to go quick. I won't be long. We would have waited. So.
Oh, brother.
Oh, Jesus. Oh. So, John, how we like to start these things, we like to take them right back to the days of young Master Davenport, you could say. What did you want to be when you were growing up? Has it always been art and storytelling for you, or was it something completely different, like train driver? I don't know.
Comic books. Wanted to be a comic book artist and writer. That was my first dream, and the one I held on to the longest. And then at one point, I kind of you sort of get it in your head after multiple submissions and rejections that you're like, maybe I need a more realistic dream. So then I was like, let me be a movie director. And it turns out that that is more difficult than it sounds as well. I had a couple things. I had a couple movies. I never directed any features. I directed some shorts, but I wrote a few features. One of them came out last year,
Yes.
F Plus with Randy Couture, which was pretty fun. But then, in a weird way, I tumbled out of that and into game development, where I wrote video games for like years and then fell out of that window and landed on wrestling gear design. It's been the strangest path. I could not have predicted it.
So where did that love of art and stuff come from then?
I think it's inherited a little bit. My dad's an artist. He's an interesting guy because he's good with pen and paper. But what he really likes to do is build models out of like just random materials. Like you'll find like cardboard and plastic pieces and like egg cartons and any scraps, and he puts these like models together and they look awesome. Mostly he was in the army, he was in special forces, so mostly it's like he's really into like armor and armory stuff and tanks, so he's built like hundreds of like scale model tanks out of just like nothingness over the years. And I think that's just sort of like, it's kind of in my blood, so I from a very young age I used to draw comic books for my mom on a monthly schedule, and if I missed an issue I would just beat myself up about it and go apologize to my mom and be like, Mom, I'm so sorry, I'm not going to get you this month's issue of whatever I was making. And she was like, it's fine. No problem. Like, no, it's not good enough. I failed. I'm going back to my room.
So adorably cute. I love that so much. But everywhere I did my research about you, and I even mentioned it in my intro, you give credit to 80s and 90s pop culture as a big inspiration of you and your art. So what were your favorites growing up? Because that's our era as well. So I'm intrigued.
Oh, right on, right on. Well, I'd be lying if I didn't say Transformers like tops the list for me. It's just been my longest love. And I could go on for, if we want to make this a Transformers podcast, I can do it easily. We can make the switch, no problem. I could go on for hours about why I love that brand and why I love the toy and why I love the cartoons and the movies. Like, they're fine. They are what they are, but they're very helpful to us fans because it brought in like just $1 billion an installment that Hasbro then just funneled into more cool stuff for us. So, everything has its place. And I will say, just because you asked me, the thing I love the most about the Transformers is like it's three toys in one, man. It's the vehicle, it's the action figure, and it's a puzzle. And some of the newer ones that they make, the from the Masterpiece line that take like an hour to transform, are just absolute mind benders. So I love them. I can't help it.
Yeah, been watching them Jordan Stallion videos on Instagram where he's just got all those toys. He just says transform. He's like a little kid in the corner while it like says the Autobot. So good.
I want one of them so bad.
I suppose you've got one lined up on your desk there next to you.
I had one here before we started, and then I was like, that's not what this is about, and I moved it, but I'll put them back.
Yeah, put him back.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah. A little decorative piece. I love it.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I was thinking about selling that one because it's like it's not from any of the shows that I watched. It's an Optimus Prime that turns into a lion, like a mechanical lion. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. Like, look
I
at
remember
his
that.
shoulder pauldron,
Oh, wow.
That is pretty cool.
Very fascinating figure. And I kind of just got it on a whim, and it's been on my shelf forever. And I was thinking about selling it off, and so I was like, all right, well, let me put it on my desk, and then I'll box it up. And it's been sitting there on my desk, and like just over the last couple of weeks, I'm like, I don't know, man. It's a pretty cool figure. That's what always happens.
Why'd you miss your deadline, John? Well, I was staring at this Optimus Prime figure, and I just couldn't decide if I was going to sell him or not.
Why are there lions all over this gear? No one asked for this. Just felt inspired.
Unless it was, I don't know, maybe it was a Power Rangers. Maybe Mattel were making something and then kind of got lost halfway and went, well, hang on a minute. We've got the White Zord and Optimus Prime as what? Oh, well, go with it. Yeah.
You know what's crazy? My wife was asking me about this recently. She said something. I can't remember what the catalyst was, but regardless, I just kind of got into this little diatribe with her where I was saying, I've worked with so many brands over the years through like from Disney and Nick and just tons of stuff and WWE of course. I've never actually been paid to do anything Transformers. It's like the one brand I haven't touched, and I used to really really want that, and I think now it's best that I don't because I can just engage with it as a fan. Like there are some how do I get around this? How do I make it cool? How do I not offend? There are some performers that I've had interactions with that are no longer my favorites. And when I am watching the show, it affects my viewing and my enjoyment of the show because I'm like, well, that guy's an a-hole. So
Yeah.
And I don't have any such things with Transformers. It's just I can just be a fan and just be a little kid and get in there and enjoy it. So that's why, and that's why this is about Transformers now.
Well, it does make complete sense to be fair. But obviously, one thing and a major about you that I found in all my research was your love for storytelling. And it even says on your website, and I quote, "It would be many years before I'd be able to articulate what it was that drew me to those things, but when I did, everything snapped into place. It was a passion for storytelling." What was it that led you to this realization that storytelling was where it all was for you?
If you want to get deep,
I do.
is deep for me anyway. I don't know how deep it is objectively, but for me, I come from a family of divorce. Were your parents still together? You
No.
guys? No. Okay. So I'm with my people. Um, when that happens, and it happened to me like at a very young age, your world explodes.
Yeah.
There are two solid foundations in your life that make the world make sense when you're growing up. It's like mom's there, dad's there. And when suddenly one is not there anymore, and like could be, and as a kid's mind, you're like, could be here, chooses not to be here.
Yeah.
It messes you up, man. It throws your entire world. You know this, like it throws your orbit off. Nothing makes sense anymore. Like you're not standing on steady ground. You start having trust issues. You blame yourself for stuff. Anyway, it's kind of it's anarchy, and what I think, and this is just kind of me, like just living life and looking at things and putting things together to know this as a kid. But I think what's so great about storytelling is it gives purpose to meaninglessness, to randomness and to anarchy. It's design. It's pulling things together and applying a theme. And it says like, hey, that thing that happened to you, it paid off for this reason. If you hadn't gone through this thing, this wouldn't make sense. And just like it's very primal, and like as an adult, you can kind of go like, oh, you're assigning meaning where there maybe there wasn't any, but it doesn't matter because I think what matters is the way it feels to you. So for me, I think just like when you read a story and things are going crazy, things are going out of control, and it looks like there's no way out, and characters are at their lowest level, and everything that they thought and everything they believed in is taken away from them somehow, either through the family around you, your friends around you, circumstance, something you learned, something you picked up along the way, or whatever it is. You manage to turn that into something that transforms you and gets you to a place that you never thought was possible at the beginning. And I think just at the end of those dumb little half-hour installments of like cartoons or shows or movies, whatever it is you're watching, by the end, like you kind of realize that just because the world explodes doesn't mean it can't be rebuilt better by the end.
Love that. Absolutely love that because I completely know what you mean. Like it tore my head apart. Like I
Yeah.
couldn't get my head. I still struggle to this day. I was talking to someone about it recently. Still sometimes struggle to wrap my head around it. Also, I completely get where you're coming from, and you're absolutely right when it comes to storytelling. Because yeah, just because it's just that middle bit ain't great, don't mean the end isn't going to be. Love that. Absolutely love that. But you do have a wild career. Like, look, you mentioned some of the things you've done earlier. You're known for your art and stuff. Now you mentioned your screenplays earlier, and you hinted earlier you wanted to be a film director. You went to film school to do this, didn't you?
I did. It turns out, though, that they don't just hand you movies as soon as you graduate from film school.
Damn.
They don't tell you that going in. They don't tell you that before all the tuition and whatnot. I did get a little bit lucky, though. In my group of friends in film school, I was the only one who was interested in screenwriting. There's a lot of overlapping interests, and I think if anybody does get disillusioned with film school, I think that's the reason. Is there's only so many slots and only so many projects, and everyone can't direct. So if you're like, you know what I'm really into? Set design. You'll probably get that role. So for whatever reason at the time, I know it's extremely popular now, but at the time, screenwriting was not a sought after position when I was in school. And I'll never forget, there was a guy named Keith Strandberg who came to speak at our school, which at the time, my school it wasn't prestigious, I'll put it that way. I went to the University of Central Florida, and they had a film school, but it was like very small. Like, not that like the teachers weren't qualified. It was like great, and you got a lot of personal attention, but it wasn't like a world-renowned film school or anything like that. In the class ahead of me were the two guys who made the Blair Witch Project. So right after that hit and I graduated, it became this like really amazing film school with like tons of money being pumped into it.
Of course.
But yeah, so Mr. Strandberg came and he spoke to us, and he had written a movie called Blood Moon, which was like just, I'll call it schlock, but I mean it with like the most respect ever, because like it actually inspired me. I was like, the people in my classroom were very artsy minded. They wanted to make art films, and it made sense. I wanted to make commercial films because that's what I grew up on, and that's what I really liked. And so he showed us this movie, and it was like a martial arts movie with like a hint of sci-fi in it. And he passed out the budget sheet, and I saw that like he had gotten paid $30,000 for that movie, and I was like, okay, I'm going to be a screenwriter because I could use that kind of money. And then there was a gentleman by the name of Hector Chavarria that we call International Action Star, and the Chuck Norris of Argentina, who wanted to make an action movie, but didn't have the budget to pay like a fully seasoned crew. So he had the actually pretty bright idea to like go to a film school and like recruit some students to make his film for him. And I happened to be in the group of people that he approached, and he's like, "Does anyone here write?" And I was like, "It's finally happening." So I ended up writing a couple of martial arts movies right out of film school, which was pretty fun. That was pretty cool.
That's awesome. So how do you Oh, sorry.
No, you're good, Joe.
I was going to say, how do you go from then writing screen to go into writing video games?
Oh, so again, they don't hand you these movies, and if I had, I don't know. Do you guys have regrets in your life? Do you have things that you
plenty, so many?
Yeah.
Let's make this a regret podcast.
So you guys haven't gone down the journey of like, no, I can't have regrets because every mistake I made me who I am today. You still have things where you're like, I wish I did it differently.
It's a tough one, isn't it? Because part of me is like that. I was like, I wouldn't be where I am now when I'm a wife, my kids, but yeah, sometimes I wish I hadn't done that still. Yeah,
I think it makes you, doesn't it? I think everything that happens in the past sort of makes you and builds you to who you are. So you mentioned about obviously divorces earlier. Like my dad leaving, I think, made me come out of my shell. I was very introverted when I was a kid, but now I don't shut the hell up. So, yeah. that sort of thing. So I think I found myself with my dad not in my life anymore, if that makes sense. So
It does, yeah.
I've had regrets, but I think I've now surpassed them, and it's built me into who I am doing this now and that sort of thing. And I'm finally in my career path at the same time as well at the ripe old age of 38. It's kind of yeah, it's nice. Sorry.
That's
So,
no,
yeah.
no, no. That's what I wanted to know. That's great. Yeah, I wrestle with that myself. With the, is it a mistake if you didn't know better? I don't know.
Mm.
But when I got those two movies, I really thought like I'm good to go. Like, who knows what I'll be accomplishing now? But it turns out that if you don't keep pushing and pursuing and just striving for things, no matter how much momentum you think you have, it will die off, you know?
Yeah.
And I honestly just wasn't trying hard enough because it fell into my lap. I'll say I didn't earn it because I did show up and I did do the work, but it was luck. I happened to be in a place when a thing was happening, and I happened to be a person who like volunteered for it. So that was cool, but I didn't know how to work for anything beyond that. I just was like, oh, things happen for me. That's great. I can't wait for the next thing to happen for me. So when things didn't happen for me, I ended up moving back home and just more coincidence, like a friend that I met in film school, his brother was a composer at this video game company not too far from where I lived. And he called his brother, who's like my best pal, Kenny, who directed F plus. He called him in for a gig, like to direct something the video game company was doing, and he called me in as a writer. So that's how I met this game company. So I was like, it was a neat feeling because I had never been around other artists. Like I just kind of grew up, kind of isolated. So whenever we weren't working, I'd just kind of walk around the floor and it was, oh my gosh, it was so great. It was like all these dudes, all with ponytails and goatees, desks
That's
just right covered in action figures and Warcraft posters and just like and drawing on these tablets that I'd never seen before. And I was like, what is this room? I have got to make friends with these people. And so I remember I specifically found who looked like the lead nerd and walked up and was like, can we be friends? And he was like, sure. So I kind of got to know them. And because I could draw, after the gig ended, they were like, what do you do? Use Photoshop? Is there any skills that you could bring to the table? And I didn't know Photoshop at all. I'd never drawn digitally before. So I was like, no, I just kind of do marker and pen, but like I could do concept stuff. So I got brought on as a concept artist, and a guy named Brad Nault, who's an artist, like lead artist there, taught me how to use Photoshop, and kind of started my career as a digital artist just by taking the time out of his day to teach me that stuff. And so that's how I ended up in gaming, just doing concept art and some box art, UI, stuff like that. Sort of learning the trade from people who were already doing it. And then one day, we got the license for a Fairly Odd Parents game, and the writer dropped out for whatever reason. So they were scrambling to find a writer. And once again, I was like, oh, I have some history in that. And I thought they'd just hand it to me, but they didn't. They made me do the writer version of an audition, which basically they had me write a scene. Several other people did too. We couldn't put our names on it, and we just turned it in. And they just sent it to the developer or the publisher, excuse me, and they picked the one they liked the most. And it happened to be mine. So that's how I got into
amazing.
it.
That's so cool. Does it feel a bit odd though, because obviously that was quite a huge cartoon at the time as well. So having to make a game for it, having to write scenes for it, and that sort of thing. Did you feel like, oh, okay, well, I need to bring this justice now because this is quite a big sort of thing going on TV right now?
You know that thing when you're young and cocky and think you can do anything?
Yeah. Whatever do you mean, John?
I didn't sweat it at all. Like
Love
I
it.
was so confident that I could do it. If I got that gig now, I'd have a nervous breakdown. Like I don't know. I knew I could. So I
I suppose that's
did.
probably a better way of going into it, really. Then, oh my God, okay, so right, if I think, okay, so Cosmo normally says this, so if I, you just went, yeah, I can do that, perfect. There you go.
Yeah. So I did that, and then it just I became like the staff writer. So whenever the developer
Ah,
got another licensed game, it came to me, and so I ended up writing everything like Barbie games and Hannah Montana and The Little Mermaid and Monsters Inc. and like just a ton of them, just like one after another. And it went really well for a long time, but eventually, as you know, um, the middle tends to disappear in every industry, right? Things are either we were in just that mid-budget area. And everything above is like these AAA titles that are like, cost millions of dollars to make. And then everything below was just like super casual games where there's no budget at all. And those two sides just became more and more popular over the years. And eventually there was kind of no place for the style of games that we were making. And so then that dried up.
ah,
It's funny. I
Crazy,
think
right?
it is. It's funny you were saying then, like you mentioned all these different properties in these games. You rarely see that anymore. All the time you see, new film's coming out. There's a game for it as well. The game probably have nothing to do with the film, but still, there's a game for it as well. You never see that anymore.
And I know why. And you know why. It's because game development takes so long. Oh, I got a story for you. So one of the last things that I wrote, like the very last thing I wrote was a game for The Weeknd, the artist. It was a Roblox game
yeah.
that came out last year as well, I think. Before that, there had been kind of a dry spell with games for the very reason that you just said. So I was writing stories for interactive toys. Like there's a toy that speaks to an app, and there needs to be like a narrative
Mm.
path for it. So I was working on a stormtrooper for what was the middle movie of the sequel trilogy?
The Last
Last
Jedi.
Jedi?
Last
Last
Jedi.
Jedi. Yeah. So it was supposed to come out with Last Jedi. And Lucasfilm refused to tell us anything about the movie. And
Fuck's
so
sake.
trying to write this, it's not even like a story, it's just a narrative experience that takes place in the same time and place as the film, and they won't tell us anything about it. They'll send you pictures and go like, "This is the flagship of this is Snoke's flagship," and we're like, "Cool. What's the context? Like, is there a battle on board? Do people are there sneaking? Is there spying? Like, what's the thing?" And they're like, "We can't tell you that. That's top secret stuff." We're like, "Wow, okay." So, obviously we're doing our best, but like it's just like it's a shell of an experience compared to what the movie was. It's like it's almost as if the people making the game had no idea what the movie was about.
Yeah.
Suppose to give you free range, just put whatever you wanted in there. But like, well, don't go tell us, we'll do whatever we want. Yeah.
But I think that's why you don't see games going along with movies anymore
Yeah.
because the games take so long to develop and the movies are trying to be so
Yeah.
secretive about things. It's like it's just impossible. That said, I got the Avatar game, Frontiers of Pandora, I think, for Christmas. It's old, but I finally wanted it. And I just started playing it this weekend, and it's so immersive. Like that feels like the filmmaker actually cared about the
Yeah.
product. Like it really is integrated into the world of the Avatar films. So that's one that did it right, and I don't think it's hugely popular.
Probably
Did
took as long
your
to make as the original film did.
did your right with the writing of the video games and writing for the martial arts scenes and everything, did that inspire you and help you going forward into writing your shorts and your movies that you've obviously brought out?
Yeah, a little bit. It was interesting because when I first started writing for games, they were all linear. So, you're training to write stories and you're using things that you learned in studying screenplays just with like the experience curve and your beat sheets and all that. So it's like it was really nice. So like I feel like for a lot of those games I delivered, a fun, very an experience that was sort of analogous to watching a show. Like you had highs, you had lows, you had lots of it was very fun. But after a while, games stopped being linear, and you had to learn a new way of writing where you can't have a complete choose your own adventure because it's impossible to manage that. So it's like you have to have like kind of a contained experience with a lot of offshoots and a lot of branches that sort of loop around and come back. So it's more circular style storytelling. Um, I did not get to use that in a filmed project yet. I was really interested in VR when it first became popular again. Just because I love, do you guys love like detective stories and mysteries and such?
Yes, I
You
read a
into
lot of
those?
crime novels and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah, like man, I love a good mystery. I love it. I love
yeah.
it. And probably because I'm so bad at them, like I can't figure out anything ever. I never guess the right. I never know who did it. Like guaranteed. So, so it's fun for me. It's an exciting experience. But I always thought like, man, just like a really deep, fun, investigative mystery that's like sort of non-linear would be so fun in VR because if you're in a room looking for clues, like there's no more immersive experience than that.
Yeah, that'd be
And the fact that you
amazing.
can, right? And you can change
Yeah,
perspectives and like you can kneel down and look under a desk or look behind things. Like it would
yeah.
be so cool. So that has not happened yet. I would love for it to happen. If any developers are out there listening, hit me up. It'd be fun. But yeah, it's been fun learning these different storytelling styles, but it was more like the movies and TV style of storytelling like fed into the gaming at first, but I never really got to pull too much gaming back out, except for pace. You know, like when I wrote F plus, that was like for families and kids, and you had to keep their interest in like
Yeah.
constant jokes, constant events, or you lose them. So there was a little of that.
You say F plus is for family and for kids, so why do I want to watch it? I haven't got a family or kids. I watched the trailer, was like, I want to see this. I even looked on my Apple TV and went, why is it not in the UK on Apple TV? I haven't checked Amazon yet. I will look.
Oh, thank you. It's okay. And I know, it's me talking about my own thing, but it's so fun. It is such a
Really
fun
fun.
movie.
Yeah.
Making movies is so hard and getting to make a movie is hard. It's just everything's very difficult and it's getting harder every day. Um, so I'm also, a lot of times I'm again, you're wrestling with like, is this going to be a regret? Is this going to be one of those things that
Yeah.
drags me into the abyss? I don't know. But I kind of realized the other day that between F plus and Bridges, the animated short that I made with
Yeah.
Big E, um, between those two things, like there's so much of me, like the things that I like and the things I believe in, like in those two movies. I'm okay. I'm good. Like if nothing else happens, like, if I go to my grave tomorrow, like watch my movies and you'll know who I was.
Yeah.
And F plus, for anyone who cares, I wrote it when my daughter was the age of the characters who are in the movie. They're in middle school, so it's like for middle schoolers about middle schoolers. And I always was like, I'm not. When I was in film school, I was like, I'll do anything except write a fart joke. No fart jokes for this guy. And I was wrong. I own that. Because when I was like listening to my daughter and her friends in the back seat driving them around, it was all farts all the time.
Yeah.
And they just loved it. Like it was Shakespeare for them. They loved it. And
Shakespeare.
I was like, I would be remiss. I'm actually not doing my job if I don't put fart jokes in this movie for them, right? And so I thought, if I'm going to do a fart joke, I'm going to do the greatest, most intricately layered, meticulously planned fart joke of all time. And I think we accomplished it. So there's your hook.
I mean, I'm 40 this year and I still love fart jokes. So they're just timeless. I don't care what anyone says.
I know what I'm doing tonight.
Obviously, you mentioned Bridges there, and I do want to talk about that. But before we can talk about that, we do need to talk about a creative partnership which has shaped your career and probably even your life at this point, and that's working with the New Day.
Oh,
How did this partnership come around?
have you never heard?
No.
Oh, that's amazing. You know, There's a lot of noise out there, as it turns out. There's a lot of stuff, and it's really hard to break through. I'm always like a little self-conscious because I've told this story before, and I'm like, oh, nobody wants to hear the same story again. But no one's heard it ever. It never matters how many times I tell it, so it's always fresh. Um, I am maybe the greatest Craigslist success story of all time. Quite
Okay.
possible. Are you familiar with Craigslist?
I know
Yes.
of it, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So post video game dry up, middle of our recession, all entertainment jobs kind of went away. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just had a kid. How am I going to do this? So I ended up working at this job like overnight. It was like a night job. It was the weirdest thing. It was watching television shows and logging product integration in the shows.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the weirdest thing. So like if you're watching, SVU, nope, SUV, nope, SVU. Got it right. First time. I always get them mixed up. And like Stabler and Benson are interrogating a witness, and then the witness at some point takes a swig of Pepsi. It's like I had to log that. Like the Pepsi was on screen for how long, how many times, did anybody mention it by name? It was the strangest job in the world.
What the fuck?
I know. It was a very odd job. But it was like the only writing job I could get. So I was doing that, and I was absolutely not fulfilled creatively, as you can imagine. Uh, and I have a kind of a weird creative handicap sometimes where it's like I need to draw, I need to write, I need to do something creative or I shrivel up, but I can't always summon it, especially if I'm depressed or, distracted or overtired or something. It's like I just got nothing. And sometimes it helps to have what people use writing prompts or art prompts for now. So I was looking for something to please help me. So I was scrolling through Craigslist while I'm at the job, like at night, just looking for does anybody need a t-shirt drawn? Anything, it's just something. And I happened to see an ad where someone was asking for character design in a very specific style because they were pitching a cartoon. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is all my keywords. Like my brain is firing like crazy. The very specific style was of the 1990s. Was it 1990s? No, the early 2003-ish Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated series,
Yeah.
which I was very familiar with that series. And I was like, oh, I know that series. It's like, everything's a little bit angular, like no round edges. Like, oh yeah, I could totally do that. So I responded to the ad, and the person wrote back and were like, okay, great, awesome. Here's the lineup of characters I want. And they were all wrestlers. I was like, oh, that's interesting. It's like Dolph Ziggler's in there. And it was a very weird request. I'm like, that's cool. I like that. And being completely honest and transparent, I 100% phoned it in. Like, I did not do my best. I was like, I can knock this out very easily. I don't have to try. Great. Same cockiness from before. I turned it in, and the dude was like, this is great, but it's not quite right. This is not quite the style. And I remember reading that and sat up and went, oh, this dude's for real. Like this guy actually knows what he's talking about because he's right. This is not correct. I just thought it's good enough.
Yeah.
So I redid it correctly and sent it back, and he was like, oh, I love this. This is the best. This is so good. Thank you so much. And I was like, yeah, man, anytime. This was really fun for me. If you ever anything else I can do for you, let me know. This was a blast. And then he was like, well, do you design wrestling gear? And as the great prophet Peter Venkman said, if someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes. Exactly. So I was like, yeah, absolutely, I do. And he's like, awesome. Well, I'm a wrestler, and I'd love it if you could design, some gear for me. And that dude turned out to be Xavier Woods.
Yeah. Of course it did.
Yeah, of course it did. Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
That's crazy.
It is so nuts. But
And it's a relationship that's gone on for like 12, 13 years now.
I was going to say, clearly you made an impression because, like you say, 12, 13 years, it's still going. That is absolutely insane. Were you a fan of wrestling when he contacted you or knew nothing about it?
No, I was, I guess I guess I'd have to qualify myself as like a fair weather fan. Like when it was good, I'd watch it, and when it was bad, I did not watch it.
Yeah.
Which I will say, they could use more fans like that. They don't need this unwavering support no matter what the product is. That doesn't teach them anything. They don't learn anything from that. They need people not showing up when it's bad, so they go, oh, we need to make some changes. I'm going to die on that hill. But regardless.
I'm with you, but at least they've got some competition now. So I think that helps.
So good for the industry. It's
so good. Yeah.
Oh, man.
100%.
Yeah. So to answer your question, yes, I was a fan. Like I knew the hits, and I knew some of the mid-card stuff, and like anybody who was like new, I had to learn who they were.
So again, I suppose it's going back to the fairly parents thing, isn't it? It's just like, because you weren't an avid fan and being like, oh my God, I must get, and then obviously there's no pressure to be like, do you know what I mean? Because you're like, oh my God, I'm doing this for the New Day. Kofi Kingston and Big E, blah, blah, blah. Holy shit. It was more like, yeah, this is what you want. There you go.
You know, it's interesting. I've been, now that I'm like firmly in whatever the gear industry is.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot of people like me at home on their computers. But I have heard a lot of talent. Well, I haven't heard the talent say it specifically, but I've heard people say about the talent that there are certain, I don't know, people from the general populace that they'd rather not interact with professionally because they're fans. They're just they like the product too much, and it's not like, I don't know. I would assume that like if someone is like working too hard to make you like them, then they may not give you their best work. They may make their compromises in the craft. I'm just guessing, but I don't know. What do you think?
I completely get what you mean. I've even heard like wrestlers before say like they don't like doing wrestling podcasts because they don't like talking to fans. Not that they don't like talking to fans, but because they're gonna be like, oh my God, do you remember when you did this? And you remember when you did this? And it's not just gonna be like a natural conversation, like someone that's just there for a chat. I completely get it.
Yeah, Monday Night Raw 2002, November 15th at 9:46 p.m. He jumped off a ladder but landed on his feet. He was meant to land on his back. Awful. Yeah, can't be dealing with that.
I remember when I was first becoming friends with Big E, and when I say friends, I mean like with a capital F, like when we just started hanging out a lot, like as just dudes. Wrestling until very recently has been like this giant mystery. Like we see the show, but it's like it's very veiled in like what happens behind the scenes and how things work, whatever. And I'm sure you guys are like me. I can already tell that we're all kind of cut for the same cloth. Like you want to know how it's put together. Like that's fascinating. Yeah. It's interesting. Yep. Like Royal Rumble. Like how is that rehearsed? Like how? I don't understand. Still to this day. So like when I would sit with E and I was like, I am dying to know so many things. And I would just try it. I'm like, hey, by the way, how does, and then fill in the blank, whatever the question is. And he'd give like the shortest, like most unsatisfying answers in the world. And eventually I circled back to that and I was like, hey, how come, is it a secret? It's like, are you sworn to other NDAs or something? And he's like, oh, it's just the most boring thing in the world. Like, I don't think I want to talk about that. He's like, if you really wanted to get into it, I can, but I'm just trying to be entertaining.
It must have been rubbish and heartbreaking, obviously, for the fact that he had to retire, and obviously you've lost somebody out of making gear for that. And I messaged Jamie about this. I'm turned into a fair weather fan of WWE. I've not watched it as rich as I used to, and I only very recently watched the heel turn on Big E they did on Monday Night Raw, which was the most heartbreaking thing I have ever seen in my life.
So good. This is how good those guys are. Like,
Yes.
I don't think people understand. Someday, when we all retire, I'm going to publish our group chats because people don't get how bright and creative and insightful these guys are. Like they are so that's why our relationship has flourished for so long because like it's like Woods with the cartoon lineup I made. They challenge. They don't let me get away with anything. I can't phone anything in. It's like they challenge me with stuff, and I have to rise to the challenge. You
Yeah.
know, it's
Yeah.
so invigorating, exciting, and it's fun. It's collaborative. It's all the things you want. You know, and when they were talking about the heel turn, like I didn't. It's also hilarious because they also sort of I don't know. I don't know if they treat me like a little brother or what, but like, unless I can't speak for Kofi and Woods, but E specifically likes to surprise me with things on the show. Like he'll be like, "Oh, I don't want to ruin it for you. I want to text me when you see it." You know what I mean? So it's
That's
fascinating.
nice. I like that.
So
Yeah.
I get to know some things ahead of time when it comes to the job. Like it's like, hey, we're doing a heel turn. We're gonna need a new vibe. You know what I
Of
mean? It's
course.
like, oh,
Yeah, yeah,
cool,
yeah.
cool, cool, cool. And that's all fun. We can get into that. But when it comes to the actual mechanics of what's going to happen and whatever, I didn't really know. I just knew it was going to happen and when, but I didn't know how. And after watching it, like, and I was completely duped by the Big E, you're gonna be our manager. And I was like, oh, that son of a B. He kept it from me. He didn't tell me. That was a surprise. And then they turned again, and it was too much. But all that to
Yeah.
say, when I talked to them afterward, they were like, we wanted to do a heel turn that's like as emotionally damaging as we can possibly do without anyone throwing a punch. Like we want a non-physical. Every heel turn is always like, someone gets
Physical.
kicked in the crotch,
Yeah.
someone
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
chaired, someone gets whatever. We're like, we want to do the hardest heel turn anyone's ever done without being physical at all. It needs to be complete emotional devastation. Like that's the kind of thought they put into it. It's crazy they did that.
And they absolutely nailed it.
Yeah.
It hurt. It hurt to watch.
It did. But what I love about what you've done with them as well is they've had so many big moments, and you're tied to them because of the gear you've made for them. Like you designed the Kofi Mania gear, like the Dragon Ball Z gear for WrestleMania where they come out the big box. Like so many. That must be absolutely mental to see these huge moments on TV and be like, I'm part of that in a way.
That's funny. It's kind of neat in hindsight. Like in the moment, you never know what's actually going to be big or not. And you can't plan for it. I swear there have been so many times when we made a thing where like, this is gonna kill. And it was like, yeah, it's fine. People liked it. All right. You're like, what? So much work went into that. And then there's been times when it was like, oh, that's funny. We'll do that. Like the color by numbers thing. And then it's huge. Like you don't know. You have no idea what's going to go over. But to your point, in hindsight, it's really fun because whenever I see those pictures of Kof like up on his boy's shoulders and he's wearing that stuff I made. And that was one of those times when I got challenged because like that wasn't my idea. That came from them. They were like, hey, for this next set of gear. And the other thing was with WWE, I've learned nobody knows what's going to happen, even the talent,
No.
So like Kof was like, I was like, oh, are you gonna get the title? He's like, I don't know, but I want to be prepared if it does happen. That's the way it works. So, but they were like, hey, so for this next set of gear, we really want it to be special. We're thinking Basquiat, Jean-Michel Basquiat. And I was like, what? How am I supposed to do that? But as Peter Venkman said,
That's the name. That's the show title for this interview. It has to be.
But I mean, obviously, I'm assuming that everything you did for the New Day then meant that you've done work for Gargano, Ciampa, Adam Cole, the Halo outfit. Oh, unbelievable. That was unreal.
oh, so glad you liked it.
Claudio, Bailey, like there's so many other people. Did working with New Day help you branch out and start working with loads of other people as well?
Oh, 100%. To this day, I've never pitched anyone. I've never reached out and asked, "Hey, can I do your gear?" It's all completely word of mouth. People see what the New Day are wearing, or it spreads backstage because if you're
Yeah.
walking around with fire gear, then people are like, "Oh, who did your stuff?" And then they just pass names around, and it's been pretty interesting. Although I will say, a little inside baseball, I feel like that's kind of not happening as much anymore. I feel like the arena is kind of shrinking, and we're it's like a combination of things. One, everybody kind of has a person now that they like. And they used to jump around a lot and like look for people, look for
Yeah.
people, look for people. And I think now it's kind of people are enjoying more of the relationship thing like me and the New Day have, where it's like, no, this is my guy and we
Mm.
have a shorthand and I can trust them. That's a big thing because a lot of times these guys are on the road and they're like, hey, just make XXX and we trust you and we'll talk to you next month. You know what I mean? And you're like, okay. So it's like it's like it's a sacred trust. So there's that. And also I feel like there's like so many people making gear now. Like I think like 10 years ago it was like a handful, it was like 8 people tops, and now I feel like it's 38 people. So I don't get as many of the like cold calls from like people on the roster because they've got their person, which is really nice. But I do a ton of work with indie people still because it's I don't know, man. The roster is great, the company is cool, but there's a lot of rules, and there's more
Yeah.
rules every day. It's almost like working with indies is like a relief in a way because it's like they're excited about the
Yeah.
future. They're excited about debuting a look. They have like some inspiration and they like to see it come to life, and it's energizing. It's fun, and I think I've got kind of a nice balance right now.
Yeah, so it's like you get more creative freedom around it. Random question, because it comes with restrictions and stuff. Does that mean that you can't do stuff for AEW for because Ricochet you've worked with quite a lot as well, or is it? I don't know how like if they get funny or weird about it at all. Like because you've done stuff for the Demand as well, which obviously they're a very new trio. Um,
Got it. Yeah. First of all, I love the guys in the Demand. They're so fun. They're so fun and cool guys. But
just very quickly, randomly,
yeah,
sorry, I don't know why
yeah,
I think
sure.
this. Bishop Khan, very handsome chap. Do you know when you can appreciate it? So I did. It's every time I see him on TV, I'm like, he's a good-looking guy. And
Good looking
do you know?
dude,
And I don't
right?
swing that way at all, but he's a very handsome guy. Sorry, please continue.
No, I'm with you. Like, yeah, I mean, look, I'm a guy who's like looking at pictures of them all day because
Yeah, just
when I'm designing stuff for their bodies, and I have to look at how the last set of thing fell on their body. So I'm just like looking at pictures, and I'm like, now that's a good looking guy, you
yeah.
know? Absolutely, 100%. What are you gonna do? Like, lie?
Well,
So
exactly. Yeah,
yeah, but yeah, no, to answer your question, no, they've been extraordinarily great. The people at WWE, I think they really appreciate that their talent is out finding people that they like and they like to work with because
yeah,
everything that we independent designers and gear makers do is work that the in-house people don't have to do. It's a huge roster. There's so many people to service, and we sort of take a weight off their shoulders. So I think that they understand a couple of things. One is that it's mutually beneficial. We get to work with superstars who then show off our work on TV and around the world, which is nice. And they get to not deal with it. Like what I'm learning is like the bigger the machine is, the less you have to deal with, the better. So that's really nice. And the other thing is I think that if there was some kind of attempt to lock any designers or gear makers down with exclusivity, you're going to have to feed them enough to keep them busy
Mm.
to make it worth it.
yes.
And I don't think it's such a huge undertaking. I don't think it's worth it for them. I think they're like, no, just everyone do your work, and as long as our stuff's in on time and we're not you're not selling the same design to someone at another company, I don't think there's going to be a problem. Yeah, they've been very cool.
That's
Good to hear.
amazing. And also, Ricochet's a heel, phenomenal. He's found his niche.
He's so good, right? Isn't he
Yes.
so good?
Yeah, he's on fire right now.
Oh, I get such a kick out of watching him. I love how pompous and arrogant he is
Yeah.
and how he turns into a sniveling, like he's like
Yep.
Starscream.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
To tie it all back.
What a comparison! It's fucking
So good. He's just my favorite right now. I love watching him.
Obviously, I did mention earlier about Bridges. I do want to talk. I know we are getting quite close for time, but we do need to talk about Bridges because it's absolutely incredible. Obviously,
Oh.
you teamed up with Big E to work on this. How did this project come about? Was this him coming to you, you coming to him? Like, how did this come about?
Another weird just synergy thing. So, um, I'm trying to think of what came first. You know what? I think unfortunately this was catalyzed by the death of George Floyd.
Yeah.
And I
Okay.
don't know if you guys had the same thing. I guess we all have the same internet. But
Yeah.
uh like do you remember the blackouts that people were doing
Yes.
on
Yes.
social
Yes.
media?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So, and I think I mentioned earlier that I have a hard time being creative. My job is to be creative on demand, which is already kind of difficult. And I have a hard time plugging into that space that I need to when I'm weighed down or when I'm distracted or depressed, you know? So I was admittedly doing a little bit of an ostrich thing where I was like, I'm purposely not watching the news. I'm purposely not taking in information because if I get snagged into this, I know it's going to weigh me down and then I won't be able to make a living. But the blackouts were very effective. Like there was no way to avoid it. And it pulled me into I'll say the story, but the events. And yeah, as I knew it would, I immediately got depressed, got very heavy. I remember taking a lot of depression naps and just feeling like, man, there's just no hope or goodness in the world, you know? And E was feeling that way too. So was the New Day. Everybody was. Everybody was feeling that way. Um, and then E, I think all the guys they came to me and they wanted to do they wanted to do a set of gear that sort of channeled something, did something to counteract, just something. And I don't remember how we came up with it. It was probably E, but we came up with this idea of like homaging Schoolhouse Rock. I don't know if you guys had that, but yeah, it was like a
No.
show that came on Saturday mornings, and it just kind of was educational. But they wanted to do something that like taught something about Black history and something about like the community and the culture to sort of do some storytelling in the best way that we could at the time. So I was working on that, and do you guys? I don't know if you're familiar with Andreas Hale. He works at ESPN. He's another friend of ours, and he came in and saw that stuff, and he said to E, he was like, "Man, this is interesting. Like this could be more than just gear. This should be, I don't know what, something narrative, you know?" And and E thought that was a great idea. He mentioned it to me, and at the time, hilariously, E didn't know about my background, like all the writing and film work that I had done, or my video game background, anything. So I filled him in on that, and he's like, "Oh, dude, I didn't had no idea. So what do you think we can make?" And I was like, "I feel like this could be maybe a short film, maybe a series, something. I don't know, something like that." So we just started brainstorming and working on it, and then slowly but surely, it sort of started forming around the idea of like a story about Black history that was like accessible and positive and not dark and not angry, like the opposite of it,
Mm.
you know? Still with, you know, some teeth because it needs to explain why it exists, you know? But we needed a subject for it. And the three of us kind of went to our separate corners one weekend. And then we all kind of came back and we were like, okay, I thought about who I want. And so did you. And so did you. And then we all said who we wanted. And every one of us said Ruby Bridges. It just happened because it felt like the perfect story of someone who, someone whose story could not exist, could not have moved forward, would not have become what it became if everybody didn't work together to achieve it. You know,
Yeah.
Ruby's parents, like her mom, was like, "You earned this spot. You're going to this school," even though their school's like saying this is a white only school. Her mom's like, "No, you earned it. You're going." You know, the federal marshals who guarded her on her way to the school, the principal who allowed her to come to the school, and the teacher, who Barbara Henry, who welcomed her and almost taught her alone, like almost in a tutoring kind of way, because all the other students were separated from her. Like everybody who was core to the story, who saw this little girl and saw past skin color and cultural differences and media noise and hatred, and just were like, this is just a freaking little kid who's smart enough to be here and has earned her spot and deserves to be taught here. You know, all those people came together and did that, and it created so much change. And it's such an inspirational story. Barbara Henry and Ruby Bridges are friends to this day. It was the story that we needed to tell. And then you've seen the movie, so like obviously it's like filtered through a lot of my lenses with the robot and the sci-fi and the holograms and the cool stuff. And like to me, I was never a big history buff, and I was trying to think like, what would it take to get me interested in a story like this? And Bridges is the result of that.
It's an absolute beautiful way to tell Ruby's story. The animation is absolutely stunning.
Isn't it beautiful?
It's stunning. And Big E brings that character to life. I apologize, the name of the robot's gone out of my head, but he really brings that character to life. It's incredible.
Thank you. The robot's name is Etor.
That's it.
Which is hilarious because E's name is Ator.
Yes.
And everyone mispronounces it Etor forever. So it felt like, you know what? Let's just lean into it and we'll make a joke out of it. Like that'll be the character's name. But now E has gone on to regret that, because now people are like, I knew it was Etor the whole time. They don't even try to get it right now.
And I think it's just such an important story, especially today. I don't want to get all political and stuff, but you know, people are being treated very differently in the news these days because of the way they look, and because, you know, they're not the normal, the same, or whatever. So and as a parent as well, I love seeing this story being told where kids are being encouraged to be brave and be themselves. And it's something I tell my kids all the time: you are you, be proud of who you are. So, you know, it really hit me as a parent, and it's just absolutely stunning. I really connected with it. I absolutely loved it.
Thank you so much. That means a lot to me to hear, and it is unfortunately a pretty relevant story still. It's starting to look like it might be evergreen, unfortunately. But you know, we kept saying on the team when we were making it, because it took like 3 years to make, that we hope that by the time this movie's done, it's completely irrelevant and feels like a relic of the past. So, you know, fingers crossed that one day this movie won't mean anything to anyone.
One day. But would you go back to, because obviously with the Hall of Heroes, you've got so many other people you could focus on. Would you ever go back to this project and do something else?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, we actually took a lot of meetings that I have no business being in. It was E, like he's a popular guy. He's well known. He can get some doors open. So yeah, we met with a lot of like really big studios, and we were in some really interesting meetings, and everyone seemed to express a lot of interest in it, because I had like a whole like story Bible and a pitch deck and everything, and I would go through the pitch, and everybody really liked it. Unfortunately, and I can only guess, you know, you can only guess why a project doesn't take off, but this was right around the rise of what's going on now. And it, like, you know, before, well, it seems like we're cresting a little bit, maybe a little bit, feels like it. But this was at the rise of it. This was like when the Death Eaters were like revealing themselves and flying out of the so it suddenly became like a little bit like, I don't say toxic, but like it was like became the type of project that no studio was going to put money into at that exact time, unfortunately.
I'm just so insanely sorry for what's happening right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that in general, like it's been a rough time, but I am seeing some cracks in the armor here and there. Right?
Please, come on.
We'll see.
Fingers crossed. Obviously, I am conscious of time. I've just realised the time. We have gone over a little bit. I do apologise, but
I'm having a blast. Like,
that's okay then. Okay, good. Fine then. We're going.
Another hour. Let's go another hour.
Sorry to your deadlines. No. But looking at the future, though, is there things that you're working on at the moment that you can talk about or have got coming out that you can talk about?
Okay, so no, but here's the reason.
Because you're stopping me from finishing it.
No, when Bridges like finished, there was like this period of pitching Bridges and creating more things and stuff like that. And we were going through like kind of that, I don't know, that cycle of gestation. Um, and then right around that time, we got the green light to make F plus. So I started working on that, and that took about a year. And they were supposed to come out at the same time, and it ended up being they came out a year apart. No, I don't know why. So so when F plus came out last year, that's when things started gestating again. It was like, oh, okay, cool. So what's the next project going to be? So I'm like right in the middle of that cycle where it's so early, it's not worth talking about. Like, so
Okay.
unfortunately, I do have some stuff cooking, but it's not even worth bringing up yet.
Fair enough.
What I think is amazing, I flipped back through your Instagram. I went right to the beginning and had a little flick through. Your daughter wrote a novel for you for Father's Day in 2022. Unbelievable. Passing.
Riddle Middle. Look at
Yeah,
this thing. That's insane.
that is insane.
She was like 11 when she wrote
No
this.
way.
Yes.
Oh,
Crazy.
Incredible.
that, yeah.
I'm going to go wake my daughter up and tell her to up a game.
I mentioned her stubbornness. This was part of it. She decided she wanted to just write. She wanted to write a novel. And she got it in her head like, I'm going to write a novel. And she did some research. She's like, a novel is generally this many chapters, this many words, whatever. So I'm going to write my story until I hit that goal. And she would go in her room and just be gone for hours. We'd go on vacation and she just is in another room to the point where my wife and I were like, this is kind of worrying. Like, it's like, well, I'm annoyed now. Now I'm mad. First I was proud. Now I'm angry because I can't see her and we're not hanging out together as a family. She's like sequestered herself or whatever. And also like, do we need to see a doctor? Like this is very obsessive. And then one day I'll never forget because we were on vacation. There's this like cabin that some friends own that we get to stay at during the summers. And my wife and I were downstairs just watching TV, and she was in another room. And then she came out and she was like, "Okay, I'm done." Sat down and hung out with us the rest of the time. And yeah, and so this was the book. So
That's
it's pretty
amazing.
fun.
That's
Like
insane.
inspiring. Like, would you ever want to pass your knowledge down at some point in the future? Like, I don't know, book or doing like online meetings, that sort of thing, like, and pass on your knowledge to the future generation, sort of thing.
Oh man, yeah, actually yes. What else am I gonna do with this stuff? Like at some point, I think you can't do exactly this forever and ever.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like I know some stuff. I feel like some people could benefit from it. And I was teaching for a little while, and I really enjoyed that. I get a lot out of it. So yeah, I would love that. That's actually something I would love to do.
Yeah, I can imagine the first sort of lecture thing. It's like, right, so you need a job you don't like, then go on Craigslist and scroll through the adverts and see.
Chapter 1, Peter Venkman.
Chapter 2.
Rule of
Why,
threes, we hit it.
why did Optimus Prime turn into a lion?
That sounds like a riddle. I'd like to know the end.
It does actually. What Tom asked there about like teaching and stuff like that does bleed in quite nicely because it's a question I was going to ask, because people might be listening to this and they want to do what you've done. They want to become artists and put their art out into the world. If you were to give someone some advice, maybe one piece, two people, whatever piece of advice, what would it be?
Oh man, this is different than what I would have said a year ago, because of the advent of AI. It used to be, I used to say like, it doesn't matter what I used to say. Here's what I'm saying now. If somebody wants to get into, say, depends on what path you're referring to, but I'll assume it's gear design or something. if you're really wanting to do that, I would say study what's out there, learn learn how the body works, learn how clothing works. Because the thing about wrestling gear is it can't just look good, it also has to be functional, you know?
Mm.
And you got to remember that even if it looks cool on paper, someone's got to actually make it and it's got to resist tears and like, it has to it's like form and function, like a perfect fusion of the two. But I know I'll speak directly to the camera. Guys, I know it's so tempting to just chat GPT your way through life. I get it. I completely understand. And I think that AI is like going to be an extraordinarily valuable tool. I do believe that. I don't think it'll go away. I think we'll find its correct application. But there are a couple of reasons that when you're beginning something, when you're learning something, you need to try to avoid it because AI is a shortcut. It's teaching you, it's not teaching you anything, and it's breaking a bunch of rules that you don't know yet. You got to learn the rules first, and then you learn how to break them as you go. And if you jump straight to AI and your client wants you to make modifications, or they have a very specific thing they're trying to homage, or some piece of storytelling that they're trying to get through to you or to express to the world, if you don't have those fundamental storytelling capabilities, if you haven't built that muscle up, if it's like just atrophied and weak, you won't be able to deliver for your client, and you're going to be embarrassed, and you might not be able to work again. You're going to get a reputation of someone who maybe shows up strong and then can't follow through. You know, and that's kind of one side. And the other side is this, and I don't think a big deal is being made of this right now, but it needs to be, which is currently AI creations are not eligible for copyright. And if there's one thing that these big companies, especially WWE, is big on, it's making themselves lawsuit proof. They're
Mm.
very, very concerned about people suing them, about people being litigious, about people claiming the rights to things that they should own. And if you generate something for WWE and it gets made, you have opened the company up for a humongous lawsuit, a huge one, because they do not own the thing that's on their superstar. So again, authorship is extremely important. You have to do the work. It has to come through you. I'm not saying you can't be inspired by things. I'm not saying you can't like pull influences. We all do. But the work really has to be human made, at least for now. The laws are what they are right now. And when someone finds out that you're not actually authoring your work, they're not going to want to take the risk of using anything from you, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Absolutely makes sense. Mr. Stevens, do you have any more questions for our wonderful guest?
I do, Mr. Davenport. When you were growing through your life cycle, writing, you went to film school, you started doing video games, all that sort of thing. Did you ever think, after jumping on Craigslist on one random evening, that you would be designing unicorns, pancakes, breakfast cereals, for three wonderful human beings who have graced the lives of so many people, and for black people all over the world, which they're a huge inspiration. And then obviously designing for other people as well. I know you've got your own movies and your shorts, and your daughter's now writing, but like insane. Did you ever think this is where your life would be today?
Yeah, 100%. I knew it the whole time.
Yeah. Well, that's fun. Thank you.
There's no way of predicting these crazy turns. I feel like the Forrest Gump of gear design or something. I feel like I'm just like floating feather going from one thing to another to another. But I will say I'd be remiss if I didn't say this any chance I got. I look, meeting Kofi, meeting Woods, meeting E, completely changed the trajectory of my life in a lot of ways. Professionally, they handed me a career that I didn't even know existed. I had no idea that was a thing, you know? So that's amazing. They gave me the opportunity to have my work seen by people all over the world. They empowered me with trusting me with their brand and like just slowly, like over the years, like giving me more and more autonomy over the things that they wear and the way they present themselves, which is insane. And also, if I'm being like totally vulnerable here, like I didn't know, I didn't know people could be that good if they didn't have to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
there are people who are perfectly pleasant and polite and nice to people they need, of course, you know? But to the people they don't need, like, there's like cruelty, there's indifference, there's apathy. And these are guys who could find someone else at the drop of a hat. And they have been so kind to me and so good to my family. When my house flooded out the other year, they helped me anytime that we reach a place where we're like in trouble or I'm getting desperate or there's like I'm just getting a little sweaty over here. They always like, hey man, are you okay? What do you need? What can we do for you? They're so they're so good. They're such good people, all three of them. I don't know how they found each other, and I don't know how I got so lucky as to cross paths with them and have them in my life. But I know a lot of people say this jokingly, but I absolutely 100% mean it from the bottom of my soul when I say, thank God for the new day.
What a beautiful way to end this. That was absolutely incredible. Oh, John, this has been amazing.
It
Thank you
really
so
has.
much. We've got to do this again because we bet there's so many things I didn't even get to ask because this has been absolutely amazing. But before we let you go, plug social medias, websites. Where can people find you out in the world?
I am going Instagram exclusive because Twitter is a cesspool and
Yes.
I don't enjoy it. I understand it's where most people go and it's unavoidable. It's unavoidable. That's fine. But I'm on Instagram at Davenpo, Davenpoe. That's where you can find my work. That's where you can find latest gear stuff, my behind the scenes processes, any of the storytelling that I'm lucky enough to put into gear. You can all find it there.
Beautiful.
John, seriously though, we really appreciate your time. We know how insanely busy you are. Hopefully, you've got two cars now.
No,
Yeah. Oh
I've got a
no!
rental that I'm driving around. We had to rent one this week. Not just for this. Not just for this.
Okay.
It was to get food.
I was thinking food, and even that didn't happen.
God damn it!
None of it went right.
But thank you so much. This has been so much fun. Really enjoyed chatting to you. Getting to know you and everything. We have to do this again.
I'm in. I had a blast. No joke. This was so fun. So, oh, I have a question. How did you guys find me? Like, how did you find me out in space?
I stumbled on it was through New Day Gear. That's where
Oh,
I've been
there you
following
go.
you for years. And then
Oh, cool.
I saw a post and I was like, do you know what? I need to reach out to this guy because I want to hear his story. And when I saw like bridges and stuff like that, I was like, yeah, we've got to get him on the show.
Ah, that's awesome. Cool. Well, I had the best time. So anytime, anytime.
Have an amazing rest of your day. I hope that it doesn't suck too much.
Oh, thanks, fellas. You too. I appreciate the well wishes. I need it.
We'll be thinking of you. Godspeed, sir. Godspeed.
Thank you, fellas.
Take care. See you later.
Take care, John.
Bye bye.
Have a good one. Bye, guys.
You too. Bye bye. Jamie, let's have some fun, shall we?
Why not?
So, before I jump in, actually, before we have some fun,
Oh.
let's bring a couple of things in. Now, I also want to say that we lost one of the greatest voices of snooker today, and big break legend John Virgo sadly passed away today, which is Wednesday, the 4th of February. A bit of a shocker. I'm not going to lie to you. It's one of those people that you think, I think sometimes in our minds, we think people are just going to live forever.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? We don't think like, oh, you'll die someday.
I know what you mean with that. Yeah, I kind of feel like that with Attenborough, even though like might happen soon. I do know what you mean. Yeah, you just feel like they're going to be around forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember John Virgo was just a massive legend.
Oh, I used to love watching Big Break.
Yeah, me too. Shame about Jim Davidson, but
Yeah.
Virgo was the voice. He was the man.
He was, and there's
So-
an incredible waistcoat every single week, if memory serves.
Yeah, I think it's how snooker players dress, though, wasn't it? Obviously, being a former snooker player himself. What a sport! I wonder who came up with that. Interesting. Yeah, it is. And obviously, then pool and everything else. But anyway, so I wanted to get that. So this show is dedicated to the life of John Virgo. What an absolute
What an
hero.
absolute hero, yeah.
In other news, and obviously you already know about this because it's what happened to us. So obviously a little bit of a story for those who follow the show. Obviously on the daily, most days, I'll post clips. And yesterday I posted a clip of Meryl Streep, the interview we conducted at 2000 Trees last year. Now, in the clip, obviously, it's about his if you could compare his sound to a movie scene. But at the beginning of the clip, he talks about how he's still waiting for his endorsement from Liquid Death. Now, I went, okay, well, that's the tagline, that's the hook line, I'll just use that. And I tagged Meryl and I tagged Liquid Death everywhere, bar one place. So we put it, on Instagram, it goes on TikTok, on Facebook, threads and stuff, and LinkedIn. Now, I posted this on LinkedIn about how he wants an endorsement, send him eight cases of water, that sort of thing. Thought nothing else of it. 45 minutes later, people, we had a message from the senior vice president of marketing for Liquid Death saying, DM me for swag.
I still can't go for this.
And I was there going, right, I better check this out first because LinkedIn is full of people that claim to be something that they're not.
Yeah.
And it turns out he legitimately works for Liquid Death, and we are in the process of getting some swag from Liquid Death. So thank you very much, Daniel. Massively appreciate it. Random as hell.
So fucking random. And I had no idea they weren't selling in the UK anymore. I thought I hadn't heard of them in a long time, but I didn't think anything of it. But,
Yeah, it makes sense as to why they're not sponsoring Download Festival anymore.
Yeah.
So, yeah, insane. I was just, we didn't go looking for it. It just happened to fall on our laps. And I was like, oh, perfect.
I want to know what Liquid Death swag looks like.
Well, we'll soon find out, won't we?
Yeah.
We will soon find out. Right, Jamie, we're going to have some fun.
Okie dokie.
You are going to build your own 80s metal concert. Okay? I've got 5 tiers of bands, and you are only allowed to choose one of each.
Okay.
Okay? Are you ready for this? It's that classic, you have $100 and here's all the people you can have, but I'm having more fun with it this way. I'm having some more fun.
Okay.
So you've got an opener, then you've got the support, so 3 supports on the main act. Okay? So your opener is between, are you ready for this?
Come on.
A band called what looks like Kix. Kix.
Oh, yeah, I know Kix. Yeah.
Striper. Winger. Vixen. Or Faster Pussycat.
I'm going with Vixen just because they have one of my favourite songs of all time and I want to sing it live at my festival.
Yeah? So Vixen are opening your festival?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Next on. Are you ready?
Go on.
Whitesnake.
Ooh.
Who the fuck is that? It looks like Lita Ford.
Lita Ford, yeah.
Yeah.
Guitarist of the Runaways, yep.
Def Leppard. Wasp.
Oh.
Or Skid Row.
Skid Row.
Oh, that was, damn it. I was, the way you were going like, in fact, you were fake orgasming.
That was really tough. But then again, is it Skid Row now or is it Skid Row classic lineup?
80s metal concert.
If it's in the 80s, I'm definitely having Skid Row. That first album is one of my favorite albums of all time. So it's getting Skid Row. Yeah.
Next on, Cinderella, Dokken, LA Guns, Quiet Riot, or Scorpions.
Cinderella.
Okay. Now it gets hot. Now it's going to get hard.
Oh.
Second to last. So going on main support before the headliner. I know exactly who you're going to fucking pick in the last one. Right. Judas Priest, Van Halen, Twisted Sister, Poison, or John Bon Jovi.
Fuck. That's tough. Run it by me again, sorry. Van Halen, Twisted
Judas
Sister.
Priest, Van Halen, Twisted Sister, Poison, or John Bon Jovi?
Poison.
Poison. Interesting.
They're one of the few bands on my bucket list of bands to see live I've never seen, so.
Okay. Your headline act, Jamie. I already know what the answer is going to be to this. Your headliner. Guns N' Roses, Metallica, Motley Crue, Iron Maiden, or Kiss?
Why did you have to say that so deflated? We know the
or,
answer.
or Kiss.
Thank you. And it's definitely Kiss, isn't it? Especially just it's 80s Kiss, and I fucking love 80s Kiss.
So we've got Vixen opening with Skid Row, followed behind by Cinderella, then Poison, and then Kiss.
I'd just be in the corner, just ripping it off. I'd be so excited. That'd be the
Yeah,
greatest day of my life.
that's fair. That's fair. I was just curious. That was all.
And how many of those bands do you know of?
I know the top five, obviously. A lot of the bottom ones I'm not really familiar with. The first five, I have no idea. The second five, I knew, obviously, Whitesnake, Def Leppard, and Wasp Band. So Lita Falls, I didn't know. Then I only knew Scorpions in the third lot. And the top 10, I knew all of them.
That's incredible. I
yeah,
really want that festival to happen, man.
Obviously, it won't, but
And obviously not, no.
But still, big need before we get to story time with Tom. Big news for Netflix.
Okay.
Street Sharks is coming back.
What?
It's officially coming to Netflix, reviving the 1990s cult classic with a darker, modern edge.
I don't know how to feel about this one.
I didn't think you would.
Oh!
Cult favorite animated series Street Sharks is officially making a comeback with a new project titled Blood Runs the Streets, headed to Netflix. The revival aims to modernize visuals and storytelling while preserving the extreme action iconic style that made the franchise a 90s hit. Fans and new audiences alike are eagerly awaiting this nostalgic return. That's all there is on it. There's no news at the moment. So I thought you might be a little bit excited more about that.
It's one of them, isn't it? I'm like, fuck yeah, Street Sharks are back. And then the other part of me is like, but it's 2026 version of Street Sharks. Is it going to be as awesome as the first one was?
Who knows? Netflix though, so it's not like they're restricted. It's not like it's BBC.
No.
You know what I mean? Oh, we don't want to offend anybody. Let's make it really watered down.
I kind of like the fact you said they're going for a darker edge. It's almost like these days kids ain't going to watch this. We'll do this for the fucking 40-year-olds who used to watch it when they were kids. If that's the case, it's going to be pretty badass. Let's be honest.
Yes.
I'm in. Fuck it. I'm in. I've talked myself into it.
Right. Now that's all out of the way. It's time for story time with Tom. Are you ready for this story? I had to look a few times to make sure this is legitimate. And Jamie, this story is legitimate from the 30th of January, 2026.
Okay.
Are you ready for this I don't think you're even ready for this headline.
You're building this up, so I'm scared.
A billionaire has died during penis enlargement surgery.
What?
The 65-year-old has died during the surgery. Surgeries have been banned after a billionaire died during penis enlargement surgery. The Belgian-Israeli diamond dealer Ehud Laniado has died during the procedure in 2019 at the Saint-Honore pour Messieurs clinic in Paris.
Pronounced perfectly.
Ehud was treated 2 to 4 times a year by a surgeon known as Guy H. The fact he didn't give you his surname and he's called himself a guy should say you everything. I'm joking, obviously.
Dr. H is ready to touch your penis.
And was known to be operated on out of office hours. He had been having injections in his penis to make it appear larger. Following his death, an investigation was launched into possible charges of manslaughter.
I'm not surprised.
The charges were later changed to failing to assist a person in danger, drug offences, and practicing medicine without a fucking license. I mean, if you just come on.
You're a billionaire, dude. You can afford to get this done legitimately.
On Wednesday, Guy H was given a sentence of 15 months behind bars and had his license suspended. Well, I thought he was practicing without one. How is it suspended? His surgeon, who had been working in his place, was given a 12-month suspended sentence. Le Parisien reports that they must also pay 50,000 euros, which is 43 grand, and 20,000 euros, which is 17 grand, respectively. When investigators looked into the cause of death, the injection into the penis was quickly ruled out, a source told the outlet. The question remained why the surgeon had made an initial call for help at 8 p.m. before a second call, this time to the fire department 2 hours later.
What the fuck?
They continued, it's easy to say in hindsight that the heart attack started there, but since the patient had an ulcer, it was impossible to consider a heart problem, and emergency services wouldn't have been called up for such a minor issue. The surgeon tried to attempt CPR, but it was not enough to save Ehud's life. His lawyer has said the cardiac incident could have happened anywhere, even in a pizzeria. Would the pizza maker have been prosecuted in that case? An unnamed practitioner told Le Parisien that the incident was not a surprise. This will cause a stir in the clinic that relies on its name and its techniques and where the entire family works. But this affair will surprise nobody. In these upper echelons of cosmetic surgery, they often bend the rules. Now, Jamie Westwood, first things first. Why the fucking Christ would you let anything near your dick? Why would you go, oh, you know what, 8 inches is too fucking small. I need to have a major throb on. I need to make sure I lose all the blood out of my entire body, face, everything, the lot, so it all goes in here. Makes no sense. What? I don't understand. I don't get it.
You're 65. You've lived with your penis for how long now? You should just be happy with it, mate.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
What should I spend my money on? I have so much money, I do not know what to do with it. Oh, fuck it, I'll get a bigger dick.
I get a penis the same size as my ego.
And why did somebody that's practicing without a license then got it suspended somehow?
That's what I don't understand as well. You're a billionaire. Surely you could have got this done legitimately, privately. That there is such a thing as this surgery. I'm pretty certain. I don't
What
know.
happened to the fucking cock pump?
Just get a pump.
Fucking.
Swedish-made penis lateral pumps and moi.
What about the one that blows up airbeds and just put that little nozzle into your fucking Jap sign? I've been here for 15 hours. I can't blow myself.
Foot pump on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like the fucking dynamite things. I don't know. Insane. I think it's utterly insane.
It feels like she deserves to win a Darwin Award. It's so fucking stupid.
People will do anything, though, won't they? I don't understand what he was attempting to do with it.
Why? I don't understand why.
They always say it's what you do with it, not how you use it, not how big it is. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a woman, mate. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
Sure.
There you are.
Oh, what an idiot. I know they say don't speak ill of the dead, but what a fucking idiot.
I just don't know why that was why it was necessary.
Not a single part of it seems like a good idea.
And with all that money, why don't you go to an actual surgeon?
That's what I mean. Like, why do it in the first place? Why not go somewhere legitimate?
Jonathan sat in there going, what show did I join? Fucking hell, this is a bit excessive.
He probably would have loved this conversation.
Probably. He might love these even more. It's time for Callum's Treachings.
It's time for Callum's Treachings.
That's right. Gents, ladies, theys, thems, and all of you wonderful human beings all across the world. Welcome to Callum's Treachings. He's back once again to treat the nation, the world, the universe, Rigel 7. I think I say Rigel 7 every week. I bet they're loving these shout-outs. They're all there on 7 going like, and they're loving it. So, you know what I mean?
I didn't know you could speak Rigel 70s.
Oh, no, it's not great, is it?
No, it's not.
Righteous.
Oh, that works better. I like that. Yeah.
No, that's a bit shit too.
Still better
I
than
can't
Rigel
think of
70s.
anything. Right. Yeah. But still, it's all good, my friend. What are you drinking there? Lilt.
Aldi's version of lemon Fanta.
What is that?
Vive lemon zero sugar.
Oh, it's not Atnaf.
My favourite there's will always be Professor Peppy. I fucking love that.
Professor Pepper?
Professor Pepper. Not even Pepper. Peppy. Professor Peppy.
Professor Peppy, phenomenal.
Fucking great.
Ever since the caterpillar shit, they're clearly just going for anyone and everyone they can. Just be like, yeah, fuck it. We'll just change the name a little bit. It will be golden. Jamie, what is Callum teaching us this week?
Statistically speaking, someone is the unluckiest person.
Yeah, but how would you find that out? How would you find out who there's a movie on Apple TV called Luck about the unluckiest person who becomes the luckiest person ever.
Huh.
It's phenomenal. It's animated.
Oh, that's cool. Never
Yeah, it's a comedy, obviously, but it's animated, and she's an orphan, and she like always drops her toast and the shelves break, and she tries to make a tea and breaks the mug and like all that sort of thing. And then she's at work, gets stabbed by cactuses. She works in the garden centre, and that sort of thing, or like breaks the shelves there. And then there's a cat voiced by Simon Pegg, might I add, and he's from this special world, but he's got a coin on his collar, and it's like it's a luck coin. And it's got like a clover on it, and she becomes the luckiest person ever. It's amazing. It's a really good film. I highly recommend. For those with Apple TV or Amazon Prime, I believe it's on. It's called Luck, and I highly recommend. But yes, yeah. But how would you find out if you are the unluckiest person?
It's one of them, and is it like statistically, like I said, someone has to be the unluckiest person on the planet, but I don't know how you'd ever find that out.
I think the luckiest person in the world is a person that's won the lottery like twice.
Yes,
Because that has happened. I was listening to We Got the Chocolates on the way home. This is back from like March 24, and they were talking about what billionaires spend their money on. Clearly not penis enlargement fucking operations. And they were talking about how much they've gambled when they've won the money. And somebody had won $6 million and lost $6.5 million playing poker. I know, insane.
Oh my god.
So is that the luckiest but most unluckiest person ever? Is that like
I don't know. I'm trying to think, is that lucky or is that unlucky? Because you've won, but you've just lost it straight fucking away.
Mind you, if I had $6 million fucking dollars, I wouldn't go, I'm gonna play poker.
I'll be like, see you later.
That's greed. That's like, I want to win more. No. I'd be like, right, okay, house, let's get driving. Do you know what I mean?
Well, if you are going to gamble a bit of it, not the whole fucking lot.
Yeah, just play with $1,000 or something.
Yeah.
Don't go fucking like. But and she's the one that won the lottery twice. So yeah, insane. That's absolutely insane. But yes, I wonder how you would measure that though, because you'd have to speak to every single person in the world, and that would take, you'd be dead before you even finished.
I love things like this because you know that someone out there is the top or bottom of a table of some type of thing, but they'll never know. And you'll never know because it's impossible to.
And that's our phones now. They track everybody, and now so they can see what. Yeah. They're listening in.
I'm expecting that Amazon device over there that I'm not going to say the name of to just like pike up and go, "It's this person, by the way. I've been listening the whole time."
I think getting penis enlargement surgery is probably unlucky as fuck. And then dying from it.
Yeah, I was going to say that he's got to be up there on that fucking list of people.
Who thinks that's a good? That still blow my mind. Oh, do you know what? It's not big enough. I want to smack my knees when I walk. I want to be the literal version of a tripod. Mind you, right, the choice of a tripod, why is it bending down?
Yeah, I've never got that one. Why is it
bending up? Yeah.
Yeah. And why is it going all the way to the floor?
Yeah, exactly. That's odd. That's just anyway. But yes, there's got to be some way of calculating that somehow. I don't know how you'd fucking do it.
See who's checked into A&E the most in their life. I imagine they're pretty fucking unlucky.
Is there someone with a World War One bar up their ass right now or something? Who the fuck does that?
Yes, I saw this.
Jesus Christ! Oh, do you know what? I really want to put something in my ass. Like I'm secretly, like things up my bum, and that's no problem with that. That's absolutely fine. Maybe I might get something that might detonate. Maybe it's a thrill. Maybe it's like a danger fuck up the ass or something. I don't know. Like a danger
fuck up the ass.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's like danger wanks and stuff like that. It's just like, oh, what if it's the excitement of the fact that he just could blow himself apart.
That doesn't sound very exciting to me, but then again, who might a kink shame?
Yes, and I bet the story is, oh, I fell on it.
Probably.
Did you have to dig this up? No. It were on my mantelpiece. I don't know why people just go, I was having a bit of fun, just trying something out, and then didn't realise they didn't have a base.
Just be honest. But
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I think you make yourself look more of a twat if you're there going, oh, I fell out of bed and I rolled all the way to the bathroom, and that's how my toilet brush is now up my arsehole. I climbed the stairs after eating bread and butter pudding. I went with custard, got over with custard, and I walked, and I fell down the stairs and then rolled back up the stairs and landed in my bathroom with my toilet brush stuck up my bum. Really nice bread and butter pudding, though. Do you want some?
To get this out for me, I'll cut you a slice.
I glued the bowl to my hand. I'm the unluckiest person here. I've glued the bowl to my hand with my toilet brush stuck up my ass. At least the floor's clean. And I'm not starving anymore. Do you want a drink? It's full of kerosene. Oh, bollocks. I've knocked it into the fireplace and set the whole place on fire. Fuck's sake. Always happens to me, this.
There he is. We found him, the unluckiest man on the planet.
Yeah. Oh, my teeth have fallen out. Fuck's sake. Always happens there. Always happens there. It's bullshit. But still, I digress, Jamie. What else is Callum teaching us this week?
There might be a few royal chefs who died purely because they used coriander.
Are people allergic to coriander?
I don't know. Unless you're thinking medieval times where they just found any fucking excuse to kill someone.
But
You put the wrong thing in my food, off with your head, bastard. You know, that...
No, I see. I think I was going down the poison route, and I was thinking, is it like, I don't know, they use poison ivy rather than... I mean, I think you'd fucking tell. There's a big fucking vine sticking out your food. Like, are you trying to tell me something here, Colin? What's this?
It's a garnish, sir.
Oh, okay. Fuck.
It's the rage in all the other countries. That's the only possible reason I can think of.
How did they fucking recruit back then? Because if they just said, oh, we'll just kill him, and they go, oh, fuck, I got a chef now.
That's a good point, actually. I doubt they all went to culinary school back then either, so...
So they just go out onto the streets and just try and find someone that was good at... big fucking... The British Bake Off in the 1870s. Just a very tiny mud hut. And I don't know, just using the big fucking... These things. I don't... I'll be honest. My culinary history of the 1800s is not very vast.
No, mine. I know they
also. I don't think I went very far. I don't think I went far back enough. I think I was meant to do like the 1500s, maybe more so.
All I know is we need to get Ethan on the phone. This sounds like a great horrible history sketch. Great British
does,
Bake Off in the 1800s.
Yeah, I'd say the 1600s more so. I think I ruined that joke by not going back far enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be great. That'd be amazing. And with whatever the fuck they used back then. I have no clue.
I don't know. All I know about old-timey foodie stuff is they used to put meat in barrels of salt to keep it fresh. That's pretty much about as far as my history knowledge goes on that one.
Okay. I wonder who came up with the idea of burying things to be like, let's see who finds that in the year 2642.
Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? I've never understood that one.
Oh, a Coventry City shirt from 1980. Look, but what am I supposed to do with this now? I can just make one with my gun. There you go. There's a garment for you.
Oh, it's Coventry. I better set this on fire.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Fucking hate Coventry.
Chill. Bless your little face. I don't know what's the first thing that came into my head. I don't know. A bottle of Antaf. Interesting, this. Atnaf, however. Atnaf. It's. Oh, how would you say this? Or Orenge. I think Orenges went extinct in about 2349. Orange. What's it? It's just like a fucking, I don't know, bomb or something. It explodes. It's been the fizz been in there for so long. I've been atnaffed.
Have you seen the comedy sketch, the time capsule? They're like, oh, what's this? The greatest hits of Gary Guitar. Oh, let's put that one back. So what's this one? Oh, Jim will fix it medal. Oh, let's put that one back. It's loads of...
What's this? Jim fixed it. No, he didn't. Jim did not fix it for anybody. Jim...
Just loads of paedophiles.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's all right. They run America, so
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
yeah, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And finally, Jamie Westwood, what is Callum teaching us, very people, right here this week?
There's probably a good number of people in the world who don't know that water can freeze.
Do you think? I suppose. What do you reckon? Like the hotter countries?
Yeah, I suppose like in poor
Surely
countries,
they must do.
and especially like like the tribes that have never seen fucking people.
Yeah, but that's how they choose to live their life.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I don't blame them.
Unless
I think
they
it's fine.
have been born through the tribes and then they don't know.
Yeah,
It's like that film. Have you seen the film The Village?
very long time ago.
Fucking
Very
incredible film. Where they think that's how life is, and then one of them escapes and then did it for like a motorway. They're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
Yeah, amazing film. Amazing film. Um, yeah, like that. I suppose. I guess because we're so. I don't think we understand just how truly privileged we are.
Oh, I know.
Like, and how spoiled we are because we just get on with our lives and we have pretty much everything, bar now money, and
Fucking time.
ways to live. We're starting to join everybody else. No, I'm joking. But that's insane.
And now you think of it, yeah, because there are tribes of people out there that literally have never seen people. They just live in huts. That's how they live their life. So they don't have electricity. They don't know what fucking Netflix is, or even a freezer.
Aren't there mad bastards on YouTube that go and find them?
Yes, and quite some of them don't come back
Yeah, because they probably get killed or something. Yeah.
because it's like cannibal tribes and stuff like that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, I know I'll get me some views. They don't want to be found, mate. Leave them alone.
Precisely.
Wait, if they're cannibal tribes, though, why not eating each other?
I mean, they might be.
I know we probably wouldn't know, would we? Like, how can it be a tribe? There's probably only one of them left. Steve's by himself. I better eat myself then. Fuck it.
It's something like a population limit. As soon as someone has a baby, the oldest person gets eaten. Like, fuck.
Oh my God, talking of babies, this is weird. Someone told me earlier today that apparently he'd read a story that Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell used to eat babies. That apparently some ritual. And I was like, I think you're reading a lot of shit, mate, to be honest with you.
Yes,
Yeah. They fucked kids, not ate them. So, yeah.
Wish I could have that as a show title.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was being like, yeah, right. And then he started telling me about how Elon Musk was a decent guy, and I was like, you need to educate
Oh,
yourself.
Jesus Christ.
You need to educate yourself, son. That's all you need to be doing right now.
Mr. Dear Mr. Epstein, where are the best parties on their island? Great guy.
All right.
Fucking hell.
And then didn't get what he was on about. Why would you want to fly to New York just come meet some execs? And Epstein's like, no, you twat. They're like, fucking hell.
Oh,
Brilliant.
oh,
Moron. No comment. All the money, no common sense.
pretty much.
Yeah, perfect. That's what we love. Not. No, we don't like Nazis on this show.
But we're supposed to move on from the Epstein files now, where everyone should just move on about it now and stop talking about it. So that's fine.
Do you want to put your hands down, Trump?
Did you see that? The fucking CNN thing. Like, I think we should just stop talking about it now. Like,
Yeah, I know,
you'd
because-
love that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. You would fucking love that, you racist piece of shit. So, yes.
Yeah, so-
Callum, mate, thank you. Yeah, there probably is a lot of people that don't know what water freezes. Absolutely.
I never thought of that. I love things like that.
Yeah, exactly. So, there's people that don't know that, roads exist. It's
mad,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, especially sharks. So, how are you?
I'm all right. I'm pretty tired, but yeah, I'm all right. I've not long finished work, and that's fucking killing me. But
Oh, diddums, is everything back to work now?
I'm in fucking agony by the time my day ends, and I'm only doing fucking half shifts, so I was only in for 5 hours.
Oh,
I don't know what it is.
dear.
You shut your face, you. I'm
You're
paying,
moaning,
right?
you're moaning that you're not going to work. You're moaning that you're at fucking work. You just can't win.
Oh, I will moan every day I'm at that work now after what fucking happened. So fuck them.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about that. Thanks for watching the show, everybody. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. But
Is it nice being back, not in the same four walls anymore? I don't know why it's four walls. It's not four. There's fucking loads of rooms.
I don't even.
Might be like, oh, I'm set the same four walls. Go to the kitchen then. Look at those walls instead.
Yeah.
They're different. Yeah.
Yes and no. It's just it's not a nice place to go back to, but it is nice being able to go out, if that makes sense.
And people being like proper snaky and shitty, like nice to your face, and then behind your back they're being pricks.
Oh, more than likely. Wouldn't
Yeah,
surprise
of
me.
course. Of course they are.
Although-
Yeah. Come everybody, it's a pleasure to have you here. Hello.
One guy walked up to me earlier. I've always got along with, and he literally just went, "You're all right, mate. I haven't seen you in ages," and slammed his hand down on my shoulder to say hello. I was just like, "Ah!" Almost keeled over, like, I know you meant well, but you're a bastard.
Blatantly intentional.
I don't talk to him very often, so he might not know why I
Blatantly
was off, but-
intentional. Yeah, blatantly
Oh
intentional.
my god! I was like, it's a good job I'm walking through A&E because I'm going to go check in. My shoulder's now dead. Thank you.
Bear with it. Let's get my arm. Thank you. I just need this.
So fucking hell. But yeah, I'm back there. All good fun. But I had something to bring to you today, sir.
Oh,
Yes. Because before we had the ice gritters and how much we love the Scottish ice gritters.
oh, have you found the bins?
The South Tyneside Council has invited locals to help them name its new fleet of waste and recycling vehicles.
Yes.
Have you seen
Yes.
these? Ah.
I have not seen them.
Oh,
Kelly did tell me about them, and I was like, "That's fine. I appreciate you letting me know."
they are phenomenal. They are. There's a couple of them I don't actually get, so you might get them, but they're great. Let's go through the winning names. We've got Obi-Wan Binobi.
That comment before you carry on. If there's a Binny McBin face, it can fuck off
Okay.
because it's so unoriginal now. It's unreal.
Number 2, Donald Dump. Number 3, Binny McBinface. There is a Binny McBinface.
Boring.
Trash Gordon. That one I liked. That one's
That's
great.
good. See,
That's great.
Now we're talking.
Bin Diesel. I liked that one.
Even better. Yeah, perfect.
The Bin Reaper.
Sorry.
This one I didn't get. War Hinny Binnies.
War Hinny. No.
No, I didn't get that one. Rubbish Saurus Rex. That's quite good.
Okay. Cool.
Waste Away. Didn't get that one either.
Okay.
Bindiana Jones. That one's
Yeah,
good.
nice.
Benjamin. Liked that one. Batteries not included. Been there, done that. The Flying Dustman. Dustbin Hoffman. And last but not least, Thomas the Trash Wagon.
Yeah, nice.
They weren't as good as the Gritters, but I did like these.
Yeah, it's great. It's good.
I like Bin Diesel. That might be my favourite one.
Dumpster fire. I don't know. I'm trying to think off the top of my head now really quickly. No, there's nothing that's coming to mind. No puns for you, I'm afraid. Sorry.
I think Trash Gordon got the best response out of you on that one.
Absolutely trashulous. No.
I can't think of any. Count Bin
I'm a garbage man. Get my shit out of here. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
And that's why we didn't win any competitions.
No, bin brother. Yeah, so yeah, fair. No, I like it.
But yeah, other than bins and being tired, I'm all right.
But with Gritty McGrickface, Boaty McBoatface, now Binny, it's just like, oh, come on. It's just, it was funny originally. Now let's grow up and maybe try a bit harder, yeah? Let's not be so disappointing now.
I feel like it's going to get an answer for every single one of these sort of competitions now.
Yeah, I could imagine. So, yeah, so I'm doing very fucking tiredly. I am knackered. But it's just the way it is. It's just the way the cookie crumbles, as they say. But yeah, I'm all good, man. I'm all good. Just busy a lot. Just very fucking busy. I have not had a night off this week yet.
Ooh.
And I haven't got one until Friday. Well, I've got Friday off. So, granted, we are interviewing on Friday night. But yeah, I'm looking forward to just a bit of fucking rest.
Yeah, don't blame you. Stay in bed all day.
I wish.
Yeah, no. Be nice. I say that, but even if I could, I probably wouldn't do it.
Do you ever get that thing where you're like, oh my God, I wish I could just do absolutely nothing all day? You get to do absolutely nothing all day and you're like, I've been such a lazy fuck. I haven't done anything.
Yep. I can't relax. I'm shit at relaxing. If I sit there, my mind will go, no, you should be doing that. 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 I just can't do it.
That's your
Even
chores list.
yeah, even if I try and sit down and relax, my brain won't fucking relax. I'm like, oh, give up this shit.
What's been going on?
Not a fat lot really. Back to Rihanna, as I already said. It's been okay. It's been a bit tough. I've been doing light duties, as they put it. So it's been desk work and the odd bit of species and things like that. So not a massive amount. What else have I been doing? I've been to see the kids, which was nice. Got to spend a bit of time with Sam before Lena finished work. We just hung out, finished school, and then we just.
I was going to say, fucking hell.
I know they're growing up, but not that fast.
Child labour laws are back in. Jesus.
And they're just hanging out with them. I didn't see Harrison because he was off seeing his new girlfriend, so probably never see him again.
Bye, mate.
Bye. See you soon, son. And yeah, just been carrying on my Survivor Series rewatch. I've literally on the way home finished Survivor Series 2002.
Do you watch someone walking?
Sometimes.
I saw someone walking while reading earlier, and I'm like, how the fuck can you manage that?
I've done that.
I don't know how you do it. I can't. I have to look where I'm going.
I haven't done that in a long time, but I remember. Do you remember the film Red Dragon?
No.
It's one of the Hannibal Lecter films.
Yeah, I've never seen them.
But I was reading the book, but I was on the way to the cinema to go watch the film. And I didn't have much of the book left. And I was like, I want to finish the book before I get there. So the ending's not spoiled. So I'm literally walking up Broad Street in Birmingham, up to the cinema, reading this book, like trying to fucking get to the end before I get to the cinema. I did it.
Did you not fucking walk into people or anything?
No.
See, I have to be in an area where nobody's around so I can concentrate. I'd be doing this, reading, and all of a sudden I'm on the fucking train tracks. I'm like, hang on, have I got down here?
No, I'm pretty good at it.
Oh my God, this has been absolutely amazing. And now I'm dead.
No, I'm pretty
Just
good
start fucking reading. I'm like, oh, it's absolutely wonderful. This. How am I in France? How am I here? Oh, that's water across water. Just under the sea, like.
Spoiled your page, you didn't get wet. But yeah. Survivor Series 2002, literally just finished it with the first ever Elimination Chamber match.
Fucking walking underwater and he hears the Sonic music start going. God, they think they just shit yourself as that fucking tune.
It's like Mario, just like fuck.
That's the actual song.
Yeah, no.
Sonic, when you're under the water, when you can't breathe, and that panic music starts, and you're still by the bubbles, waiting for the bubbles to come up, and you're like, come on, come on.
I know what you mean.
You're like, ah! Every fucking time.
I know what you mean now. Sorry, we mixed up.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, that's just the normal Mario music. That's not worrying at all.
Anyway.
Mario just stood there. Diddle-diddle-diddle. 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 Well, I suppose I better go. Diddle-diddle-diddle. Yeah, whereas Sonic is just like, yeah, you're going, fuck, I need to either get out of here or find some air now.
I don't think Mario ever drowned in his underwater level.
No, he didn't.
Did he?
What is it? The theme song's here.
Oh shit! How did that one go? Then fuck with the Mario one. She started floating. That's a really good impression. Oh. So
what were you gonna say?
Yeah, Survivor Series 2002 finished out the way home. That was it. And we had another Survivor Series debut. I knew there'd be more. Big Papa Pump, Big Booty Daddy debuted.
Oh, yes, when he said "Give me the fucking mic" and got in trouble. Yeah, I bet that was cut out, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember hearing that. Probably
yeah, because he gets. I remember watching it live. And he goes, "Give me the fucking mic." Like, whoa, right. Yeah.
But it's the Elimination Chamber. Shawn Michaels wins, and he has the worst wrestling gear I've ever seen a man wear, especially for someone that's known as the sexy boy. It's like dirt-coloured brown trousers and shoulder-length hair and cowboy boots. I'm like, what are you doing? This is not the Shawn Michaels we know.
This is Shawn 2002, mate.
Well, yeah. Yeah,
I love that event. That's when the Dudleys got back together, isn't it?
Yes, at the end of it's Spike and Bubba Ray, and at the end, Devon comes out. Yeah,
Yeah.
because when it came on, it was Spike and Bubba Ray. I was like, oh, this is Brother Devon era, must be. And then he came out at the end. I was like, okay, maybe it's not Brother Devon era.
Well, it was, but that's when he then went back to the Dudleys. Yeah.
It's a pretty good fucking event, to be fair. I've only just watched the Elimination Chamber. I've never watched the whole event before, but it was really good.
Isn't that's also with the botch where Rico's on the top rope waiting for Jeff Hardy to push him off. And he's like, Jeff! Like,
Jeff shakes the rope over the other side of the ring and it somehow still knocks him off.
That's one of the greatest botches ever. I remember that guy. I was like, what the fuck's he doing?
I've been watching it thinking, this must be the start of Jeff Hardy's drug phase because he's just awful in this match.
Yeah.
The amount of things he fucks up is pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Bless him. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. I've not really been up to anything. What about you?
Okay.
I know you've been a busy boy, you say.
Rihanna-ing a lot, of course. It is Super Bowl week.
It is.
And of course, all them fucking MAGA bitches with their all-American halftime show. Oh, because we can't listen to songs in Spanish. Oh, God, no, it hurts our brains. I didn't know there was other languages. Well, what they did not realise, however, is that Bad Bunny has already done a Super Bowl.
I was going to say he has, hasn't he?
Goodness me. He was Shakira and J-Lo's special guest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shakira, Colombian. Bad Bunny, American. Oh, what are you going to do? Yeah, pricks. So I think people in MAGA are so excited that Kid Rock's headlining because he's got the name Kid. And they get as hard as a rock over it. So that's my feelings on those. But Brantley Gilbert in the bin. I used to love that guy. Not anymore, thank you. So yeah, if we're going to protect the paedophiles and everything else, I'm not interested. So yes, it's Super Bowl weekend this weekend. It's Super Bowl week this week. Obviously, the Patriots take on the Seahawks in San Francisco. Very excited for Sunday. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Obviously, Green Day are opening the event as well, so it's going to be absolutely unbelievable. Very, very excited about that. Obviously, Tom Morello, Bruce Springsteen, Rise Against, and a couple of other artists that have completely escaped my mind. I'm so sorry. Played in Minneapolis. Very recently to say fuck ice and fuck ice.
Fair play to him.
So yeah, it's just Tom Morello playing "Killing in the Name of" with no singer and the crowd just singing. It's amazing.
That's incredible.
It's amazing. So yeah, it's just beautiful moments when people come together like that to fight against hatred and bigotry and pricks. So yeah, that's absolutely fucking unbelievable. I have obviously been around, like I said. I've got no lectures this week. I haven't done any work. I really fucking should. Monday we interviewed. Last night I was looking after the dog and I went to Kelly's. Sunday I was at Kelly's. Saturday I Rihanna'd. I feel like I don't think we did anything. I know we went to town for a bit on Sunday. That was quite nice. Just went for a wander. I've been getting more stuff. I bought. I wanted sticky labels, right? Because I bought a file to go for with all my work that I could put together, and then I didn't realize that it came with the alphabet, so I've had to just slide it in. So I bought 80 sticky labels for nothing, which is wonderful. But yeah, man, I've been reading a lot. I'm reading Lee Child, Jack Reacher book 2. I'm absolutely loving it. There was so I read, I think, like 50 pages, hour and a half, I think I was reading for. And there's a scene in there where one of the characters was about to be raped. And I felt so angry reading it. And I said, it just goes to show with good writing that, you get invested, that I felt like I wanted to jump into the book and save her. It was really weird. I was like, I want to get in there and beat the shit out of this guy. What the fuck? It never happened, thank God. But I was just like, I found myself going like, I kind of want to. Do you ever get that feeling when you watch something happen, like the 5-year-old kid that got abducted by ICE, and you go, I wish I was there.
Yeah.
I wish I could have saved him.
Yeah.
I get that a lot. So I've been catching up with WWE. I've been catching up with AEW. Obviously, it was Royal Rumble weekend.
It was. Oh yeah, I watched that. I forgot to mention.
Of course you did. Of course you did. But I'm not even at WrestleMania of last year yet. I'll get there at some point. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I've just been doing stuff that not really of note. I've just been doing things.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Do you know what I mean? But I feel like I'm at home and I go, right, fucking hell, I got work in tomorrow.
Yeah.
And by the time I've like showered and eaten and stuff, and it's like 9, I'm like, well, there's the evening gone.
Yeah.
Been playing a lot of Wolfenstein on
Okay.
PS5. That's been really fun. I've played no VR in the last 2 weeks.
Oh, really?
It's not really had time to. The Six Nations starts this weekend. Scotland away at Italy on Saturday. It starts tomorrow night, actually. Weirdly, not Friday, Thursday. I don't know why. France Ireland is tomorrow night. I don't know, but I'm not complaining. So I'll be watching that tomorrow night. But yeah, man, like, not really an ass of a lot really going on. I feel like I'm just doing a lot.
Yeah, I
But
know what
a
you
lot.
mean.
What exactly?
Yeah, it's like I haven't fucking stopped. What have I achieved? I don't
Yeah. Life, I guess.
know. Yeah, the fun of being an adult.
I'm not sure if we'd recorded by then. I officially became a trainee dispensing optician last week. I think that was last Thursday.
Don't think you mentioned it.
No, I think we recorded on the Wednesday night. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I officially became a trainee dispensing optician last week,
Hey.
which is very weird,
Why
but
weird?
very cool because it's just never thought I'd have a title, mate. To be honest with you.
There you
So
are.
I know I officially haven't got there yet. I've got 3 years yet, but it's nice feeling. And we have Kelly's birthday next week, so I've been doing gift buying. It's all behind me, as you can see. So yeah,
Sounds good.
I did fuck up a little bit. I can't tell the story because she watches this. I have to tell the story next week.
Okay.
But I almost royally fucked one of her gifts until luckily one of the ladies at work had asked me something and I explained, and then one of the other ladies went, "Aren't you supposed to do this and this?" And I was like, "Are you?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh fuck." Thank you for letting me know. Sorted.
That could have been disastrous.
Yeah. But my Valentine's card is mint as well. But obviously I can't say that yet until that's been and gone. That's next weekend as well. So yeah, man, it's just been like a lot of bits and pieces going on here and there sort of thing.
Sounds good.
But nothing of really like, oh my God, the biggest thing. I think the biggest thing that's happened this week is the Liquid Death thing on LinkedIn.
Still can't believe that.
To be quite honest.
It's the fact he just wrote DM for swag. But
Yeah.
that's it.
Love it.
Fucking
Absolutely love it. We're all caught up, sir.
We are indeed.
So what is your single of the week this week?
My single of the week this week is brought to you by the wonderful Motionless in White with their brand new single, Afraid of the Dark. I fucking loved this song. Sexy scream to open it. I love me a Chris Motionless. Black. Yeah, just really fucking good song. The clean vocals are great. The screaming's great. I absolutely love this song. Very, very good. They're a band that whenever I hear them, I'm like, these are great. I need to go listen to more. And then I never do. So I really do need to invest some time in listening.
That's a classic Jamie thing to do.
It is really a classic Jamie
I
thing
suppose
to
if
do.
you can't get past 1989, you're not really interested.
Really? have you heard it? I don't know if you actually listened to it.
Nope.
No? Okay, fair enough. But yeah, very, very good. Very, very good.
I didn't know what your single of the week was, so I just
Did I not send it you?
nope.
Oh shit, I thought I did. That would help.
Yeah. So I had no idea what it was. I was quite excited by the surprise.
That would really help if I sent it to you. Silly bastard. But yeah, it's great. Go check it out. What about you?
Well, now I don't know if you know, but they've been teasing this track for about 2 weeks. When I first heard Tyler share the chorus, I was hooked immediately. And it said, obviously, out 30th of January. Now, Damon and Tyler have been sharing it everywhere before it was released. And I just kept going, gimme, 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 gimme. I think it was one of the comments I wrote. I was like, just give it me now. Very excited, unbelievable. My single of the week this week is from former guests of Virtue with Death of the Altar. Oh my God. Do you know I've not stopped listening to it since it came out on Friday?
It's fucking
I
incredible.
can't stop listening to it. It's so good. I just we had the pleasure of interviewing Tyler and Damon back in 2022. I know 2020, yeah, 22. It was 22 or 23 when
the
Omen
100th
was about
edition.
to come out. It's the 100th.
It's the 100th.
Wow. Okay, so 102 editions ago, we had Damon and Tyler of Virtue on the show, and I think Tyler just been in the band not very long. They are amazing. If you haven't heard their debut album Omen, go back and listen to that. Unreal. False Idols, the last track on that album, is my favorite song off that album. And then their brand new single Death of the Altar came out on Friday, and it unreal.
Yeah, it is really fucking good.
It was hard because Archer's released The Dirt this week as well, and that's also very good. But I struggled to find something that would top on Virtue.
Yeah, I was going to say there was a few. I'll be honest, I'm brain farting now because I'm so fucking tired. But there was a few other songs released this week that were quite good, but nothing topped that Motionless in White one. Apart from maybe a Virtue, but that was already taken. So I think you dibbed that about 2 weeks ago as soon as you heard the teaser. So
I dibbed it before, yeah. Next to You by Days to Waste came out on Friday. The Dirt, like I said. High by Magnolia Park and Harrison Action came out as well. There's Rain by Trash Boat came out. Yeah, it's been absolutely insane. There's some absolute gold out. But if you haven't listened to Death of the Altar by Virtue, what are you doing with your life?
check them out. 2 very, very fucking good singles this week.
Jamie,
Yes, sir.
it's time for Tom's Journal.
Oh, read to me, you handsome man.
It's time for Tom's Journal.
So, Jamie Westwood,
Yes, sir.
therapist. A lot of therapist ones come up in my journal all the time. Yeah. So, how do we respond when people call us a train wreck? Me, pumps fist. Choo choo. Therapist, no.
They're the sort of things I wish I'd thought of when I get asked these questions.
Yeah. Be great, wouldn't it? My dad is a wildlife biologist. Sometimes I get really drunk and text him. How do they know, Dad, if an animal is really extinct? Like, do they actually check everywhere? Dad, go to sleep, son.
I mean, it's a fair question. I do wonder this. I'm like, how do they actually know? Like, this is the last one in existence. How do you know that? Like, they could be anywhere.
Yeah. They could be living with the cannibal tribes.
Precisely. They could be having
Eating
one as
each
a
other.
pet.
I don't know, yeah. James, are Pinky and the Brain still trying to take over the world? Because at this point, I'm really willing to hear the Brain's platform. Well, at this point, I think I'm willing to hear Pinky's platform.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, I think even Pinky might have a good idea at this point in time. Fucking what a cartoon.
Oh, it's great. So I'm a strong, independent woman. But I'm already wrapped up in this blanket, so if you grab me a coffee and a snack, that'd be amazing.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
That's going to get me in so much trouble. Do you know what, right? I keep all my valuables near the front door, so if burglars do break in the night, they won't wake me up.
I mean, I could see the logic. You know, no one's been woken up.
Women, you should smile more. My brother in Christ. People naturally smile when they are happy. Why are the women around you not smiling?
I love it when people turn their comments back on them. It's like, ha, dickhead.
Sorry, Foundation. People offended by the C word would hear it a lot less if they didn't actually go around acting like such.
I mean, you can't argue with that logic, to be fair.
No, you really can't, can you? Jimmy, Jimmy, if you're listening, now would be a great time to eat the world.
Fuck's sake. It's been a while since I've had a little pop punk band reference.
I know.
on.
I also massively interrupted you. What were you going to say about the previous one?
I was going to say my mom hates that word, but she's not one of them.
No. I meant to check this song out before I did this. Don't join in.
Okay.
But I don't know if I know the tune properly, but we'll see. Okay? We'll see how this works. Hey there, Delilah. 1,000 miles seems pretty far, but they've got planes and rains and cars. Guy, let's walk 500 miles and 500 more. They've got what?
One, yes, I think that was in tune. And two, that's a really fucking good point. Yeah.
To keep up with the
I was
God.
going to say, clearly they were just more dedicated. That's all it is.
Exactly. Keeping up with the Proclaimers theme, the Proclaimers claim they would walk 500 miles, only offering 500 more after the fact. They simply to exceed predetermined expectations. Vanessa Carlton, on the other hand, offers the full 1,000 miles up front in one lump sum, even after making her way downtown.
Wow. Clearly, Vanessa Carlton wins this.
Yeah, exactly. She saw your 500 miles and raised you.
Do you reckon she did that? She was like, who said they'd travel the farthest in a song? Right, let's double it for our song.
I'm waiting for the next one. Jamie, there's 1,001 songs about getting your heart broken, but only one about moving to the country and eating a lot of peaches.
Moving to the country, I'm gonna eat a lot of peaches.
That song's fucking weird.
It's amazing as well.
Right, though, yeah.
Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. So good.
Peaches come from a can. They were put there by a man. Such a weird song.
Oh, that's great. I love it. Being an old-timey doctor would rule. Just drunk as hell, like, yeah, you got ghosts in your blood. You should definitely do cocaine about it.
I love somebody when you go to like museums and shit, and they're like, "This is what they used in hospitals," and this year, and I'm like, "Why? Surely there was an easier way."
And you look at some of the tools. They shove this up your nostrils. Did they fucking what?
And that was
We need to
definitely
extract some of your brain.
No. Thank fuck for modern medicine.
Thank you for contacting the Abyss. Your scream is very important to us. And finally, I thought this was cute as fuck and gold at the same time. My 6-year-old son has been talking about needing to do his hair nice and be cute for school so he can attract females.
Aww.
I was terrified. He's been exposed to some alpha male shit. Do you want to know what it was? Fucking Animal Planet. He is learning to flirt from bird documentaries.
What a little legend. That is fucking superb. I mean, if he's in the middle of the playground throwing sticks on the floor and dancing over them.
Yeah, we are not worthy. We are not worthy.
Phenomenal.
Putting his coat over his head and then bringing it out again and putting his coat over his head.
We were watching David Attenborough yesterday, and a bird was literally doing that, like building a pile of shells and dancing on it. Becky was like, "Would you do that for me?" I was like, "I'd probably fall over her." And you tell me to sit down and stop being a knob.
It took about 5 hours to find the fucking sticks.
Right.
You live in a large city. Will it work with bricks? The human equivalent. Because that was another edition of Tom's Journal.
Absolutely beautiful, my friend.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I'm sorry, love. I can't dance for you. It'll hurt my shoulder. Can I just shimmy a little bit?
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do a little bit of a twerk. Have a look, a bit of rumpy pumpy.
I just shake my bum over this pile of sticks. You'll like that. That'll do. Why am I sat there actually shaking my butt as I said that? I worry about myself.
Love, what's this fucking pile of bricks doing in the living room? Can you put me in a fucking garage or something? There's shit everywhere. The cat's toys, actually. Leave it alone.
Oh, fucking superb.
It's about getting into schools and talking to young people because, you know, I know that people can change. And it's about talking to people and getting them to understand and perhaps step back from violence and prejudice and whatever. And we just need to work together and keep on the good fight there.
Absolutely. Hey there, guys. We are ecstatically happy to announce that we are associated with the Sophie Lancaster Foundation.
The times are changing, and with the unfortunate death of Sophie, those changes have made a massive impact for the future. If Sophie was with us still today, I can guarantee what you are doing will still be reaching so many lives of young teenagers, young adults, and those who wish to be as different as possible. So thank you very much.
To find out more about this incredible foundation and all the work they do, and more importantly, how you can help, head on over to www.sophielancasterfoundation.com. Mama, Mr. Stevens. Mama, Mr. Stevens.
What song's that?
Help, I'm a little fish in a deep blue sea. Don't remember that? It was a shitty pop song from the 2000s. It was fucking terrible.
And you think Peaches is shit?
I don't even know why that just popped in my head. I haven't heard that song in forever.
I bet you can guess what my song is.
Go on.
Come on then, Jamie, gonna answer your question. Let's all participate and answer Jamie's questions. I don't know any of the rest of the song, that's it. That's what you're getting.
It's time to participate with me. Come on, answer my question. It's all about crisps that sound yummy. So come and talk to me.
Oh. He's done it, everyone. He's done it. He's done it. He's done it. We can quit now. Thank fucking Christ for that. So taking 202 episodes.
I know, right? Finally got one right.
Or editions. Sorry, we call them editions here. We don't call them episodes. Ever so sorry. Come on, motherfuckers, gonna answer Jamie's question. Like he said, it's bad crisps, gonna answer Jamie's questions. All you little bitches, gonna answer Jamie's question. A man had a can of peaches, and he put them somewhere for some reason, and that's how we discovered them. And that's how tin fruit was made in this country. Bitch.
Jamie's audience participation time. Oh!
This week, I said on last week's edition, we discussed the Walker's Give Us a Flavour campaign. So with that in mind, this week we're asking if you could have your own custom flavoured packet of crisps/chips for our American listeners, what would it be?
Yeah, I'm still going my scampi. And chips. Yeah, because I literally cannot think, or maybe like pulled pork or like barbecue rib or something. Like, I think Knick-Knack's already done it, but
I was going to say, I think barbecue ribs have been done by someone. That sounds familiar.
Knick-Knacks. I'm pretty sure they did scampi and lemon as well, but still, just unbelievable. Walker's never did. Walker's never done any fish-related ones, I don't think.
Apart from prawn cocktail, but I don't think that really counts.
Yeah, prawn. Yeah, prawn's not a fish, though.
I know it's a shellfish. It's a shellfish.
Is it a shellfish? It's not. No, crustacean's a crab, isn't it? Oh my god, there's too many fucking names for things in the same place.
We're not a 6-year-old kid trying to impress a girl. We don't watch nature documentaries. I don't fucking know.
Although, how do fish flirt?
I don't have a clue. Pucker them lips. That might be the greatest thing you've ever done.
Chillax with him.
It's Lee Evans, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, what it was.
But that's more like the cat calling, wolf whistle.
Yes.
Why is it two animals? Okay. I'm going to get into too much shit. Yeah. What's the difference between a wolf whistle and a cat call?
I don't really know, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick with what I said last week. I want a whole Greg's range. I think that's a great idea. Also, I don't know why the idea of mushroom stroganoff flavour came to me a minute ago, and I don't know why.
Oh, no. I love mushrooms, but mushroom flavored crisp sounds awful.
Oh, I don't know. I had some roasted garlic and mushroom flavored crisps last week. And they were
You said
really
garlic, and that's a win.
Yeah, roasted garlic and mushroom, and they were
You
delicious.
said garlic. That's the win. Yeah.
Let's get some audience answers.
G-A.
Kelly Cleaton, cheese and pickle.
Yeah, nice.
I mean,
Love this. I love pickles. So, yeah.
Yes, I do love cheese and pickle sandwiches. Mwah, elite
Well,
sandwich.
they did Marmite shit. Why can't we have Branston?
Yeah, sort of shit out.
Yeah, exactly.
Stuart Edwards, peppered steak.
I think that would be quite nice.
Yeah, mate, I'll be down for trying that. Sarah Jane Malik, milk chocolate and vinegar. I hope that's separate.
I don't think she quite understood the premise of this question, to be honest with you. I think she just threw any two random shit together and went, that'll do.
Yeah, probably. To be fair, there's someone else who did that, and on one of the TikTok comments that I'll get to. Donna Stevens, this is quite genius. Brandy and Coke, so I'd have snacks and a drink in one.
That's my stepmother for you.
I mean, it sounds like it would taste disgusting, but I like the logic. So it
would be awful.
It really would be.
Alcohol related shit like potato. I mean, I know it's vodka, but still.
Dina Payne, our wonderful friend from the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. Dill pickle and jalapeno with a possible streak of oregano.
Oh my God, I'm all over that.
I was going to say.
All over that, yeah. That sounds insane.
Lucy Orchard, chips and gravy flavoured. Yeah, I'll go for that.
Yeah, sounds good.
Ali Ollie flavoured. I fucking love that. I'll be down for that. It's like cucumber and mint yogurt dip.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Turkey and stuffing flavour. I'm pretty certain they do them at Christmas.
I think mint crisp. No, that sounds awful.
I'm not sure. I'd have to try it. And just, I'm not sure how this one works, but fondue.
Cheesy.
Cheese,
yeah.
Good work. Emma Wharton, cottage pie flavoured crisps.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd try that. Chili con carne flavoured crisps.
Yeah, I'd try that. That sounds amazing.
Could work. Tomato and oregano.
What can I think of fajita flavoured crisps?
Oh, shit. Yeah. Makes sense.
Original, that's like my favourite foods, enchiladas.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Sorry. Thank you, Emma. You just, sparked some inspiration in me.
Tomato and oregano, she says. And chicken Kiev.
Do you call it oregano or oregano?
I say oregano. I said oregano earlier to take the piss.
You did, I noticed, yeah.
I said it to take the piss because I say oregano. Yeah.
Okay.
The
last one was what?
Chicken Kiev.
Yeah, that's such an underrated din.
Oh, it really is.
Bloody love a Kiev.
Mally Malpass. I want whatever the Rock is cooking.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Darren Stevens. This sounds delicious with pork. I never know how to fucking pronounce
gyros.
Is it gyros?
Gyros, yeah.
I'll have a pork gyros, please.
My dad fucking loves gyros. Like, he's obsessed. He makes his own, and they're ridiculous.
Yeah. Pork gyros crisp. That sounds delicious. I've definitely been for them.
We'll enter the competition with Dad's entry then.
Yes. I was going to say, should we enter some of these? On TikTok, Anti-Hate says vagina. Not the sour vagina, but the sweet kind.
Oh. I mean, I love chowing down, but I don't know if I want to chow down on crisps.
Yeah, no.
That tastes like it. No.
No.
I'll stick to where it is. Thank you very much.
Chowing down.
Yeah. Now I'm not going to say that's going to make it like a right prick. I stopped myself from making myself look like a twat, put it that way.
Timmy Tomto says scampi and lemon. See?
Yeah, nice. Good shout.
Kerry Louise Gaines, Bovril. I miss Bovril crisps. These were a thing in the 90s. She even attached a picture of them to this. Bovril crisps. Ugh.
Oh.
No, thank you, sir. No.
Not sure.
Oh. Arthur Mitchell, Bird's custard and Coleman's mustard. Together, apparently.
No.
No.
That's weird. We've had this conversation about fucking accompaniments.
Yeah. User 1002 blah, 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 blah. Bring back roast beef and mustard.
Yeah, they were a thing. I remember them.
I barely remember them. Corey A. Masterson, gherkins and horseradish.
Gherkins, yes. Horseradish, absolutely not.
No. Jay Cartwright, egg and mayo.
That'd be interesting.
I don't know how that would work.
Stamp me all over it.
It probably would, to be fair. I'll give you a few more. Ben from Absolute Bedlam says honey and bacon.
Okay.
That sounds quite interesting. The sweet and the savoury.
Very sticky.
Very sticky, yeah. Kelly Cleaton again, but well, Kelly Cleaton's dog. Cheese on toast. So when you crunch, your mind thinks, "Oh, toast," and you get that flavour. Or let's go wild and have bubblegum, as I'd be interested to see what that's like. You had
She's
me with
bubblegum
cheese
obsessed.
You had me with cheese on toast. You lost me with bubblegum.
Yeah.
Yeah. And last but not least, it's the wonderful, the beautiful, the amazing Ryan Williams. I'm more of a sweet person versus saltine kind of guy. I'll probably have chips maybe once every like 2 or 3 months, so I'm not really sure if the flavours that I want to make are already made. But I was thinking a good flavour would be habanero and avocado.
Okay.
Interesting. Another flavour would be bacon and avocado.
Yeah.
Again, interesting. Then I also thought you could do what they do, Jones flavour soda, and do something with potato chips and do like a Thanksgiving dinner flavoured chips. So basically have chips taste like a turkey dinner or like pumpkin pie or green bean casserole.
Okay.
Thanksgiving dinner sounds so weird to me.
Yeah, but it's not our norm, is it?
No, they all sound really weird, like sweet potatoes with marshmallows on. That blows my mind every fucking time. But I'm definitely intrigued by habanero and avocado.
Yeah, that might be delicious.
They
Yeah.
sound really good.
Habanero avocado, but essentially is what, chili and guac.
Yeah.
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 So it works.
We'll steal a few of these answers and try and win some money. There we go. Let's get involved.
Thank you to everyone that participated. As usual, we appreciate your participating in Jamie's challenge. If you enjoyed Jamie's participation challenge, Tom's John and Callum's Treachings, the interview with the wonderful Mr. Davenport this week, and you enjoy the other 201 editions of Chronicles of Podcast, wherever you get your podcast from. The main place we want you to come join us is all over social media at TCO Pod. It'll be LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, all the good places at TCO Pod. And subscribe to us on the YouTube at the Chronicles of Podcast. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that subscribe, please. Hit subscribe. The bell to get notified so you get when videos new videos are released. Comment to your heart's content and leave us some reviews. We'd like some 5 stars, please. All the 5 stars. Just all the 5 stars, please. Reviews. That'd be absolutely wonderful. Just so we know what we're fucking doing around here. All right. So that's all social media at TCO Pod, and leave us 5-star reviews or subscribe to us on the YouTube at the Chronicles of Podcast. Definitely them 5-star reviews. Don't already actually fucking do it. That's your homework for next week. Jamie, go on. What do you have to say?
Before we get out of here, I'm going to say a massive thank you to a couple of our friends. First off, I want to say a massive thank you to the wonderful, talented, incredible human being that is Mr. Braden Barry. Go check out all of his incredible creative wares, his Amber Forest podcast with Dustin, his incredible merch store, Anxious Ghost, all his incredible music under Say We Can Fly, and of course, that upcoming horror anthology at Farlight Movie on the Instagram. Go check it out because it's looking good. And last but not least, of course, we have to say a massive thank you to the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. They are stamping out prejudice, hatred, and intolerance everywhere, and I mean everywhere. This is not a UK issue, it's a global issue where people of the alternative community are being treated differently simply because of the way they address the music they listen to and the way we represent ourselves out in the world. If you're not familiar with Sophie's story, please head on over to sophielancasterfoundation.com. Familiarise yourself with the story and familiarise yourself with all the incredible work that the foundation are doing. If you wish to support them, you could do so on that very website. Click on their shop and buy an incredible piece of merchandise, or just share the story out in the world for those who aren't familiar with it. And last but not least, a massive thank you to my beautiful co-host right there.
How many times can you say familiarise or familiar?
Familiar.
Yeah, love it. Jamie, another wonderful edition of the Chronicles of Podcast in this very bag right here.
Another wonderful edition. Indeed.
This bag that you can't see just off camera for those on the YouTube. Jonathan, thank you so much. Like, absolutely unreal.
Incredible.
It was such a good interview. Friend for life. Absolutely loved it. Hopefully he'll be back on the show at some stage down the line. But as for this very week, we will see you all next week for the Chronicles of Tori Calamito.
Goodbye, everybody.
Ta-ta!
Bye.